Damn it. I went to go make words. But it wasn't words, it was it. Words are hard, I agree. Normally, it gives sometimes that I just haven't spoke for like 3 hours, and then like I just go to say hi, and it's like, "Ugh." But I have said words. I did just eat though, and that's always a thing. Hello, Biden. Hello, Silver. I've been alone in support for the last 2 days, so my brain is fried. Oh, at work. Yeah, people are stupid. So support is hard. I had was it last week? Yeah, I've been busy trying to do some projects for some people and at work. It was like I had 2 hours the other morning, or like I think it was like maybe Tuesday or Wednesday last week. I was no less than 2 or 3 requests for some kind of support something at a time. I'm supposed to support for the organization for IT type topics, but Jesus Christ, it was that morning was like I was getting multiple calls at the same time. I'm like, what is going on? I got nothing done for like 3 hours. Thankfully, most the questions that came about were easy. The nice thing is people come to me because they have an issue and they don't want to go to IT. So usually it's something that's like really stupid. So I can sound really smart when really, like I've brought up the quote many times that the only difference between IT and you is IT is just better at Googling the problem. And that's really half of my job. Is just, I swear, like some of the stuff I've been doing now in Power Apps, because I'm trying to learn Power Apps, is playing around in Reddit threads and other support forums, because I'm like, okay, how do I make it do this? And then just Googling it, and then somebody goes and asks the same question, and then I get my answer. Now, if you know how to Google and look and make the right requests and look for the right question, ask the right questions, you can be in IT. Hello, Brony. Don't know where Michael is yet. He's not home yet. Oh, yeah, he was going to pick up, like, detergent, I think, because we were out of dishwasher detergent. Oh, no, wait. I thought I just heard him make a noise, unless Adam sounds like Michael now? I'm confused. You know how to Google for the creation of HTMLs? Yeah, actually, that's how I learned, because I have a degree in web development administration. I used to write, I had an old tool that I wrote the whole thing by hand. I wonder if I can find it quick. I think it's here and here. I don't know, would be under different thing. Ooh. It's actually, you know what? I think it's on a flash drive. Oh, that actually really scares me. I should pull it off of there. Because I'm not seeing it in that folder, and I know it's not in the other ones. Anyway, why is it not changing drive? There we go. But I built a whole website with JavaScript and everything with these interacting tools and whatnot. But I went to school for it, and a lot of that stuff I learned for HTML, I use in my job now. Because we do a lot of stuff on SharePoint, and people will be like, I need the page to do this, and it won't do that because, SharePoint only has customization to some degree. But at least the older version of it, you could just go into and put a CSS bit in some area, and then I would just go look up what the class is for something, and yeah, I knew all that worked. Actually, if you want easy money for low effort, just learn Excel. The amount of people that use Excel and have no clue what it does is astronomical. So yeah, if you want to find a job that can pay decent money, maybe not amazing money, but decent money, just learn Excel. Better than average, anyway. I self-taught myself Excel when I worked in trucking. This is like 20 years ago now. And I learned how to create a customizable pop-up form that people could fill in certain questions, and it would autofill this form, pulling from other spreadsheets using Visual Basic. And it was crazy how much that speed things up, and how people thought you were so smart when all I did was just Google everything. Where is my... Oh, there it is. What the? This one flipped over a coaster and I got my hand wet. It must have been some water on there or something and I didn't realize. That was goofy. Oh no, that wasn't water, that was something sticky. What was that? I don't like when I randomly get sticky things on my hands. What the? Okay, and apparently let me know if the audio goes weird or something, because my Stream Deck is no longer responding on anything Streamlabs. Okay, well, we'll see if this... Let me know if something goes weird, I guess. That's, it does my other things. Under the hood Excel. Just learn anything Excel. It's crazy how stupid people are with Excel. Like, I get some questions. I mean, to me, this is simple, but they'll be like, hey, so we have somebody's last name and first name in this one column and a last name and first name in this column, but it has their last initial at the end of it. How do I get rid of it? And it's actually a really easy problem to do using because usually space and then whatever. So you literally find or the very last space in the name, then literally do a left of that number to it. It's fairly simple stuff, or other truncating of stuff, and it's just, you look like you're like the savior of the day for just literally a Google. It's crazy. Anyways, what kind of music do you want to listen to? Last time I think we did acoustic guitar. Did we do? Yeah, it was kind of a weird going nostalgic stuff. It was kind of fitting though. It's kind of tastes a little weird, but I put a warm soda in, so it's probably just more watered down. You want to go to the coffee shop? That actually is That actually is a pretty good one. Oh, did we do this one before? I think we might have, but it was kind of lo-fi, I believe. Oh no, what am I doing? Wrong one. Gotta do it over here. Otherwise it gets up in the recording. Oh, that already starts good. Give me some good piano and I am good forever. Anyway, hello. I could go on forever about, I could teach you so much stuff in Excel that would make you look so smart. If you like piano, you should check out Tony Ann. There is an unlimited amount of piano stuff out there. There's a specific type of piano that I like, the way that things are played. Some of my favorite music is usually things that have a really heavy constant beat, but then come in really with little fast bits. It's hard to explain. There's a couple, like, actually I bet you I can find it. One of my favorite songs, I could probably play it because it's so obscure. Oh god, I gotta go. Where? No, I gotta actually go to the Plex for this. Nope, I went right to the wrong folder again. Oh god, I don't even. Oh, what is this gonna look like? Oh, I picked the right one right away. It's all in Chinese or Japanese. It's no, that actually isn't the one I made. Damn it. This should be Final Fantasy X-2. They're found here. Oh, I think this. No, maybe that's not it. I could play this one because this one's good though. It's Eternity Memories of Lights and Waves. I love this one. But I wish I could find the piano only version of it because it's much more complicated. I actually can play this on piano too. I self-taught myself. I don't think I could now, but where it gets more complicated. Where is the... I need to, that's gonna bug me if I can't find this. Ah, I found it. Ooh. Oh no, it's all in Japanese. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find this one. Hold on. No, that was good though. I know all these. No. People need to stop calling me. No. It's the last one, isn't it? Yep, there it is. Okay, this one's so good. Anyway, I'll have to play. I'll put on something else after this one, but we're gonna do an overlay though. Do you guys have ideas on what we want to do? Random, triggered, I don't care. What were some of the ideas we had a while back? Oh, we started Tiny Derp. Did we ever finish that one? I don't. Actually, not sure. Yeah, I thought we started that one. I think it might have been done though. Oh yeah, it was just her dancing, and then I'm just gonna do some stuff with it. Yeah, so that was done. I just have to actually complete it, like render it out, and then mess with some things. But is there something else with Derpy or with a thing? Do a thing. I want to do an overlay today. Rainbow crash into screen. That'd be tough. it's hard to say where the screen is to somebody. Yeah, and the only reason it worked with Derpy is I had to do that light thing. I don't think I could, like, to make it look like it, like, interacting with the screen. I don't know if I could do that with somebody crashing in. I'm trying to think if there's a different way to do that. I could have her flying or doing something with flight. Have her bring something onto screen that just sits there for a while. We could have him airdrop Derpies. Do a barrel roll. Ooh. Like, okay, a barrel roll or an Alarin roll? Because most people confuse the two. I'm thinking you mean an or because oh no, barrel roll is the spinny one. Alarin roll is the like the. Ooh. Got him go mow the lawn. Our grass is only just now starting to turn green. Rainbow could come on and do something. It could be like a whole screen one. We can have her like fly into the middle of the screen and kind of do a loop-de-loop and then leave. Doing good, Brony. How are you doing? Rain boom. That would probably require transparency. Oh, but we did kind of figure that. Oh no. Hello. Did you come in the front door?
No, I came through the garage because it was open.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, wait, I thought I heard you, but I'm like, my phone didn't say you were here.
The garage door was open, so I went through it to close it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because I brought the recycling in, so I went around. Bathroom break screen? Oh, the problem with bathroom break screen is that Michael would just cancel it so he can do cute derpy things. Mm-hmm. Doing another overlay. Trying to figure out what to do.
Somebody released a really cute derpy video today.
Having a new AFK type thing.
Big derp.
The big derp.
I made a point to drink all the bottles of stuff in the fridge. Get rid of them, even if I think this means was very middle ground. It's nothing nasty to me.
Well, no, this is my favorite part of the song, so I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna play Big Derp again because the first. I don't like when it cuts off, and I still don't know what the solution is to that problem.
Next week, I plan on cracking open all the new weed. I hope we go through it quick. Cause that stuff's good.
Because it's kind of loud. It should be temporary. Oh, it's at 50 white. Why is it 50%?
When's next board game meeting?
It's always the first of the month.
Is it?
Yeah, first Saturday. It's been that way for 5 years. Actually, it's been that way for 10 years. You've only been in the last 5 of it.
That's awesome. I'm definitely gonna be there. You don't have to think about what day a thing is when it's coming to you.
No, you don't have to think about what time things are when I am just always telling you when it is, and so you have no need. Like you don't know directions and you don't know anything because people just supply it for you.
No, I got all the pony facts. I hold them. The important stuff. Chat understands.
No, being not going into an outhouse and use the audio from the Naked Gun movie where Trevin is heard urinating over the Queen's speech.
One of my nose.
Oh, I thought maybe it was a bad bottle.
No, it's fine.
Okay. I thought you had a sip and then you weren't sure if it was bad or not and went for a second.
That's kind of what happened. It kind of caught me off a little bit with its flavor because it's a little bit but then I shot it up my nose for some reason, which made it all the worse.
Fizzy booze up the nose is not
fizzy.
A good mix. Oh.
I just decided to try to see what it was like to have alcohol in my sinuses. I would not recommend.
Oh, okay.
This is like a super older bottle, so the alcohol content is a little higher.
get rid of some of these here. And there we go. I need to get rid of stuff because I was playing something there specific. Oh, or it can just close. Oh, you know, that actually is probably the easier way to solve that problem. Okay. No, I know exactly the scene you're talking about, Sunset. That would be kind of long. And most of it would probably, we don't want to just show Big Mac in the pooper.
Why not?
Yeah. You could probably have a button for it though. That I think you can have it like right now. Is this still busted? Yeah, I don't know why it's being stupid.
Did you see the calendar my boss brought back from Kentucky?
Is it horse?
No, it's Big Boys.
Oh, okay. I saw you post pictures about kissing cousins.
Kissing cousins. It's like aunts, uncles, and kissing cousins.
Only kissing
I went
cousins.
to my boss who had it hung up in his office. I'm like, the heck is kissing cousins?
Like if like the aunts and uncles come in and then the two cousins walk in and they're like, so? And they're like, oh no, we're not dating. Get out.
It's like that.
Show us your love.
Like an official Big Boys calendar.
But yeah, but it's from the South, so that makes sense.
Dude, I don't remember kissing cousins.
Jesus. Oh, this one was, yeah, to get her as flat as possible.
So what's the objective
No,
here?
so I need to change to a different one because the camera's like unique for that shot. We need to do an overlay of some sort. There is idea of like Rainbow doing a barrel roll, going on, woo, then leaving. But I feel like that'd be super quick.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I
What's
quite
this
like
overlay
that.
being used for?
Milgriffin brags he can make the Kessel Run in just 14 parsecs. No putty could do it faster. Derpy takes a swig of her bottle, hands it off, and says, "Hold my root beer."
Fun fact about Derpy, she's actually just as fast as Rainbow Dash.
That's actually a pretty neat idea, Sunset.
But she can't fly straight because she can't see good.
No, flying straight is easy.
Yeah.
It's not knowing what's in front of you that's the difficult part. She can see, she just has difficulty with depth perception.
That's why I loved in and they Fallout Equestria kind of was before they.
Oh, Michael Takeover.
No, not Michael Takeover.
I like the idea of doing a Michael Takeover one, but my fear is that then Michael's gonna hate it and he won't want it.
Yeah.
Because the moment we have a Michael Takeover animation, it's gonna happen more.
Derpy with my sadness.
I do like the idea though of having Discord come up with like a lightning strike with a mask with your face on it. Okay, I kind of want to do that.
Sounds awful. I'm gonna hate every minute of it.
Oh, I actually really like that idea. Like it just comes up and it's like dun, 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 like lightning strikes. And it's like ah ha ha, and it's just you.
Evil. Just me being evil.
I
like cute Derpy though. She got the sandwich. You should have her eat that sandwich. Oh.
no sandwich, bad Derpy.
Sandwich. It's gonna whoop the sandwich. Sandwich
Boop,
burger.
boop, 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 boop. Wait, is she boop?
Mm-hmm.
No boops. If there's a phrase that Michael
wants to boop,
if there's a phrase that you hate more than any other,
it's no boops.
it's no boops. Like, you could be shot, maimed, killed, wouldn't matter. No boops. It's crossing the line.
Michael's face in a mask that says silver one. Jeez.
Discord comes up with Michael face and a load of derpies run across the screen. Either that, or you could have when he comes up that like they all start flying in different directions, just spinning derpies.
Now, speaking of spinning derpies, had a pretty cool moment in the stream last night. The Philly Fantasy one, we found the brothel. So it was pretty good. Pretty good.
Did you get what do they call that? Puff puff?
No, they just had the mayors dancing up on stage and like sitting with soldiers and stuff. But we danced with the mayors. It was good. It was a good stream.
I think
Except that I died like 3
you
times.
just want some horsey puff puff.
It's like the no bungee jumping.
Does anybody know the puff puff reference? Michael gets it because I kind of forced it on him, but
Still don't get like that whole game had nonsense moments.
you're giving like clues.
Fine. The game's only like what 7 years old at this point.
No, the series is much longer.
Well, I'm talking about the one I played. I've only ever played one, and it's the one that you watched me play.
You played the remaster.
Yeah, but it's still the same game.
Yeah, but maybe
It's like
7
saying
years.
it's like saying
It can't be 7
Skyrim
years.
didn't come out. Yeah, I can check.
I could check
Which
too.
one was it?
Oh.
I don't remember.
Well, people have got it. It's 11.
Oh, there's too many.
But I thought that 12 was supposed to come out super soon.
They kind of like hinted at 12 at the end of
Yeah, by showing like a title card.
essentially.
Hey, Michael, watch this.
No sandwich. Oh, look at Scooches though.
Ghost sandwich.
No sandwich. She's so hungry. She's pretending to eat sandwiches.
I forgot to keep missing the Michael stream. I tend to get distracted by some project or other. I forget what time it is. I usually if I made the event right now in Discord, would following it help you remember? Because normally I'm kind of last minute on doing that one. Because I could schedule it, but there's times where he can't or something, and I don't want to make him feel bad.
Game is 7 years old.
It is 7. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, we can use this Discord.
The heck is that? They made a Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, Yep.
It doesn't even remotely look. It looks like somebody actually chopped his head off. They just put it on a stick. What is that head on next to it supposed to be?
Oh, this is Jeff. It's his lawyer.
I see.
Yeah, so when Discord goes to do things you shouldn't do, it just is like, hey, don't do that.
I hate everything about that.
But there's like a high quality and a VN. I think it's the high quality. This one looks more matte, where a lot of the new ones have like more of a shine to them.
Kind of like the one with
Structure's a little different too.
Yeah, they completely
Like look at the wing.
yeah.
This is nice and rounded, but the high quality is straighter.
No, this is two completely custom models. I kind of like the one that's not as shiny.
So, the Discord model that's actually in use was originally made by Uncommented, I believe. And we were at BronyCon one year, and I remember this. We went up to their table, and they were doing 3D prints, and they had a Discord model there. And I'm like, that's a really good Discord model. And I'm like, where did you get it? And they're like, we made it. And well, I think there was a Discord before this, and it was crap. And it's like, this is really cool. And I believe Joey, who's Bearded Doom guy, was at the same con, and so got him involved. And we asked the guy if he'd be willing to share the model, if Joey then, because he did rigging and stuff, could rig it up and put an SFM. And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. So he did. After a conversation, Joey got the model, added the bones, and it got put up online. And so the model that exists, because we talked with Uncommented and used his 3D print model. So it exists because we had that conversation. Uncommented was actually pretty cool. He was only around for a couple years, I think. But it did some cool stuff. Did some cool 3D
It's actually
stuff.
impressive when you dig how many pony models got made and then never got like publicly released. I realized that with the Twiggles, when I realized there was 2 different Twiggles that were made, like the Jargon Scott Twilight, but neither of them ever got released to the public, so I had to actually get a third one made so that I could do something I was wanting to do. And then there was the Carousel Boutique that I contacted an artist about and gotten the source. But there's been a few times.
Yes, I thought there was a VNL.
It's like you think you make something and you want people to like be able to enjoy it, but
no, it wasn't there either. Is it just under Pony? No. Why do I have problem? Oh, because I'm under models. I'm used to seeing textures. That's why. Under materials. I don't think it's under VN here. No, it's under models. I'm going to check the dates on these two. Okay, VNLP. Discord. So this is from 2016. And then I'm going to guess the high quality is under a different folder. Maybe he's on his own folder.
you should have been in the stream last night because guess who finally showed up? Rainbow Dash.
Oh, in the series, in the game.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking
Finally
about
showed
something
up. And
else.
she was like I think we predicted that she'd be the captain of the airship.
Oh, Setzel. Or
Setzel,
yeah, whatever his name is. You know, I can just use this file. Date 2014. Okay, so the VN is actually the more recent. You know what? I bet you I could have figured this out pretty easily. If that's high quality, if I remember right.
I feel like you're actually going forward with this Discord idea. I can't stop you. But
cheers, no.
I think my favorite statue I'd ever saw of Discord was one where he's like surrounded by Fluttershy. It was the one that was gifted to John Delancey. I think even in an interview he said, people ask about the statue all the time and just tell them, all of them, you can't have it, it's mine.
Yeah, I could look just by looking at this. I can tell this is the newer one. This one, I think this was the original one that we had. No, 2014 would be before. I think this might have been one of the first ones. I think this is the one that we had uncommented make, which is similar, but it.
The one to the right more.
Yeah, it's this one had problems with like the way that some things bent and stuff. I believe this one was improved. No, it might be. It's because it's definitely different. Because like here, there's no gap here, but then here or there is a gap. Here there isn't. So I'm thinking they both just did a really close job. But
well, I know how they do these modelings, and they probably use the same reference paper.
that's still okay.
But you still end up with slightly different results.
Yeah, this one does have that white sheen to it because they early on people really weren't modifying the Fong on models very well, and it ended up leading to them just taking like VMT values from other models that had like a white sheen, and it just kind of ended up being what all the models have. But this makes no sense. Why is it white? If it was fur, it should be matte. And lo and behold, people figured that out.
Next to Discord. Load a pony up next to Discord. I want to see if they got the scaling right. A Big Mac. That's hard to tell. Like most Big Mac's big. I don't know how.
I did Big Mac because I didn't want to blow a mare.
Like,
So there.
I feel like Discord's not as big as he should be. He should actually be.
Does Discord have a specific size when he can make himself as help?
He can't. He can change the size, but there's a size he defaults to.
Big Jump.
That's a big jump.
Hello, cowgirl. How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Discord T-posing is the most unnormal thing he's done. Did I miss who we were referencing on that? Okay, we need Discord wearing a Michael mask would be tough because of that damn nose.
No, I guess he's the right size.
And scaling is like the easiest thing to fix. When I first started in SFM, there was no, like, now you can just right click a thing and add a scale. SFM, when I started, didn't have that. If you wanted to scale something, you had to just scale it on export from your 3D program. That's why I wish I don't have it now, just because how messy it was. But you'd download packs and they would have like 5 or 6 versions, all the different sizes. Ugh.
I think I always just think Discord was huge, but then they released the movie, and they showed most other creatures are much larger than the ponies. Discord is just no exception.
Oh. Why?
Is that me? Sure, I'm sexy.
You don't have a nose.
Okay.
It's been removed for all your booping.
For the crime of booping.
No,
You will lose your booper.
Spy has a mask. That's not the one I'm looking for, though. The official, I think, has a little bit more open space around the outsides. Hi, everyone. I'm just lurking about because you're Minecrafting. Look at those. Oh, those are cool dragons.
That's definitely Spyro. They recognize
Yeah,
it.
this is from Spyro. But they're so cool. Look at him. He's a good boy.
What is good about him? He looks slimy.
I got kind of excited because there's 2 board games out right now that are dragon related and that I kind of want to get. One of them is it's this really, really cute engine builder game with like all these little chibi dragons, and it's about like you use the different dragons to try to like building up like a shop and using it to compete with other players. But the art's really, really cute. That's like fire or something. But then Wingspan came out with a slightly more complicated version of the more simple game or of their game Wingspan. It made it Wormspan, I believe, and it's the same game but a little more complicated with dragons. And I'd like that because like Wingspan I've been wanting to get, and so I've been wanting to pick that up because I like my dragons.
Dragons. I saw they have a pony movie coming out, but it's not My Little Pony.
Did you play War Thunder during April Fools?
I did not.
It was mobile.
Yeah, I haven't had time to play.
The trailer actually did make it look pretty good. Like
that was definitely my MLP designs.
I read into it. They're the very first April Fool's joke that War Thunder ever did was 10 years ago, and it was with that.
Oh, okay.
But it was on the main game, the PC version. Mm-hmm. The mobile just got it this year as a funny joke. So 10 years ago would have been Prime Brony. So
yeah, this is the thing, though. I feel like My Little Pony is capable of coming back.
They have every letter.
That seems familiar. That's the Hercules?
No, this is Spyro.
Oh, Spyro. Okay. The chiseled rock look.
Yeah, that's actually kind of neat. That looks like Wario, but I'll have to remember that. I didn't realize it had all the letters.
Yeah, no. It gets depressing to think about the current leadership at Hasbro. They're not gonna give much attention to Pony, probably.
Okay, it has to be under the word spy.
You just try mask? Or is that what you were just on?
I tried mask and that didn't. It came up with a single mask of just the spy's face, but there should be.
Creepy.
Wait, did they do that? Looks like Handsome Jack.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's Handsome Jack. Might have done a handsome Jack mask.
Yeah, maybe. I wanted to find the other variants because I think they're more simpler faces, so it'd be easier to mask and clean up. Oh, look. It's Brain.
You can just figure it out from the Trixie video.
The Trixie one?
The one where Trixie gets a job. She wears the Celestia mask.
She does. Yeah, that probably would be, go way back. It'd probably be the easier way. It is going to crash. God, I clicked you.
There's so many games I want to play right now.
I know.
I think about if I should just maybe quit my job so I can just play video games for a while.
There's so many games I want to play, but anytime I want, there's so many story-driven games I want to play, but I know that if I try to get into any of them, I'm gonna have too many distractions in the time it takes to complete, and I'm never gonna finish it. So I end up never playing it, and all I do is play roguelikes or something, which I enjoy. But there's so many story games that I want to play right now.
You know what I want to do after this stream? Watch the second episode of Fallout. I was going to say Half-Life.
It was on the montage, right?
The montage.
Impersonations. So yeah.
They have to beat Hades like 10 more times to actually beat it.
But there's, you can beat it, but there's still so much more. I did 100% of that game, all achievements and everything, because it took that long to get all the story done that I cared about. Yeah. Because it felt like I kept finding more, and even when you felt like the game was over, there was still a ton of stuff.
I feel like when my mom has nothing left to say, that's when the game is done. I feel like that's kind of the end.
It's the same one I opened up before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, no, the face mask. I'll type that word in. Maybe that'll get it. Look, he's
like, Princess seems a little different today. I love how she's just got a regalia on. It's all just too big.
I know, we didn't scale it at all.
No, it's her regalia. Of course it doesn't scale.
It's like sideways and stuff.
I would love to see her walking around in that, just clunk, clunk.
That would have hurt, because it would like boom and slam into her chest. She'd have a giant bruise.
A regal princess.
This actually, the one thing I'm surprised about is that is the first time in a video I've actually used that model of her throne. Mm-hmm. Talking about models that aren't public.
Yeah,
but
release it.
I didn't make it.
I didn't make the Carousel Boutique either. But
did you make it public?
Not yet.
There you go.
But I want to.
No, this was made custom for a very specific video that I wanted to make, and then it never happened, and then I felt bad. But that person halfway through making it went from being okay doing it for free to then requesting a game off Steam to pay for it. So as soon as that happened, it was a money transaction, so I don't feel so bad because they got what they wanted. So the publicity is no longer a payment portion. So I'm like, oh, now I actually don't feel so bad. I think they got it Skyrim. I think I was like on sale at the time. So yeah, so whether or not it's been used or public, whatever, but then I consider that I purchased ownership of it, so they shouldn't be able to publish it.
No, you would publish it.
Yeah, because I bought it, or I bought it by commission. Though I think I even helped out with some of the texturing. I can't remember that. But
yeah, I had to redo most of the texturing for Carousel Boutique. Had to completely redo the UV mapping.
Demon Slayer. Oh yeah, Thanos.
I love that video so much.
It is probably up there in some of my favorites. It's just got all this chaos. This montage. Well, I like her. The montage is my favorite part. It's just because you get so many people who are like, she did all that in like 8 minutes.
She's a very productive horse. That's still my favorite. Just her wearing the big thing.
Well, because it's little horse and big things, big clothes.
I do. I have said it before. One of my favorite things is ponies and t-shirts that are too big for them. It's cute.
Spyro, one of a few things my sister and I agree on. Great games, except for Ni Kni. I have actually never played Spyro.
What?
No.
Of all the people, like Spyro to me is just kind of one of those okay games. I remember playing and beating the first.
The remakes look really good.
Yeah,
but I like dragons and stuff. It's just that type of game probably not my thing as much anymore.
you like Banjo-Kazooie?
When did I play Banjo-Kazooie?
You talk all about Banjo-Kazooie, don't you?
No,
Maybe it's some.
I have never talked about Banjo-Kazooie.
You never shut up about Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, he's this guy.
I can't remember the last time I brought
Banjo-Kazooie.
No, I mentioned, like, game wise, like, just right now, this is my game list of to-dos, and I'm currently playing. Well, okay, and that doesn't even include my mainstays. Overwatch is only there because I have it installed in case we stream it, but I probably can just uninstall it if we're not streaming. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now.
You just look at hating on Overwatch.
It's just it's more of I can search for it if I ever want it. I'm gonna add to retired. Bye. So these are games that we tend to jump sometime into or not, and I like keeping around. But yeah, I'm playing Ballad Scroll. Endling, we were started streaming, and Entropy Centers. I was thinking about going back to it, but I'm not going to.
Wait, didn't you finish it?
Yeah, I did. Going back to finish the achievements because there's like 3 achievements left. But
how'd that game
now.
end? Since I'm never gonna see. Did you save Earth?
You get everything needed kinda to, but it ends up being that you see that you are, in every other time you kind of did the same thing of leaving the gun behind to do things, but then it showed that the same loop just kept repeating. Earth, you even get to see all the paths that went past, or all the iterations you tried.
Yeah.
And then but then in this one you decided to stay with it, but in doing so it broke that loop for some reason, and it showed you transitioning to the next loop, you broke ahead an iteration and landed like where Earth was saved. It was more like imagery things, but yeah, it was something to do with like just all the buildup of all the crap that of all the different reversals building up too much of the whatever energy and just not making it possible to ever fix again. But then you like reset it. I don't know. It's imagery, and I bet you if you read more of the emails and stuff, it might give a little more info.
Yeah. I'll have to like watch a YouTube at the end or something.
No, I could play Spyro at some point. It's not. I would play more because it's Coot Dragons doing fun things, and the animation quality in the remake looks spot on. Even the old one had amazing animation for its time, but the new ones look really good. So
the animation style of Spyro, and I hate to admit this, probably inspired some of the animation style from My Little Pony G4, because it is similar in some aspects.
He just runs like a little puppy. I like that.
He does.
All right, retired. We done. I put anything I've finished and I never plan to go back to. I put in retired.
But it's like was that one dragon movie, Ray and the Last Dragon or something?
Oh, and I've been playing Starcrawlers. I got to go back to playing that.
That animation was inspired by My Little Pony.
And I got to play Terra Memoria. Terra Memoria looks really good. Yeah, so like it's just. Like Disco Elysium, great game, long.
Not that long.
Long enough.
I would sit here. It's happy if you play.
It's long enough where it's an investment.
You stream it.
I know, but it would take me weeks and weeks and weeks. So
I would love every week.
Yeah,
I look forward to every week. Being all giddy.
Carmen, I've wanted to play. Chorus, that's probably just like under 10 hours. But yeah, it's just I have so many things to play right now. It's like I don't need to add to the list.
Disco Elysium is so good. It's the first kind of point and click adventure style since the days of old that finally did it right. Telltale kind of tried, but I never felt like they did it right. Disco Elysium did it right.
Since Planescape, it was the first game that somebody said like was a game that had story front and center and was had an amazing story, and it told an amazing story with no compromises. Planescape, which was like 20 years before that, was the only other game that they could compare it to. But, so yeah,
I think that was the thing with
there we
Telltale
go.
games.
That's a Michael face. Literally.
I am a clown. Woo! No. Clown.
These are all payday, aren't they? Yeah.
That was painful.
Why is this? Wait, I thought I did.
That bad fanfic
thought I
reading was
searched.
so painful. What's up?
Okay, there we go. Michael, when you go to Equestria and you look down at the ponies, that's what they see.
That's what they see. It's beautiful. So Grump. He said, why are they all so sad? Is that like a golden mask? Maybe they're happy if you look at them in that direction. They are happy. Kinda. Will look more cross than anything.
This is like
I think he's seen so much.
this. Actually, anime does this. Where they do that like super zoomed out like top of the face, like when they had something crazy happen, and like
Crazy
whatever words are. All right, I need one that has them completely away from the border. I think that is him.
There's one that's just a target. Yeah.
No,
one?
that's a different.
Is it?
It's perfectly round. Actually,
You sure?
that might actually work better because this one is like square. This one's round,
Oh yeah.
which they probably made this one square so that even from this angle you could completely see how it is, where with the rounded one, depending, it could be a little harder because you're going to miss some of the details around the edge. Telltale games too. I have to play the Expanse game too.
The thing with Telltale is, unlike, they kind of feel like you're just going through the motions to watch a story.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you're part of the story. Disco Elysium makes you feel like you're
I
part
know,
of the
but
story.
Expanse.
Yes, Expanse.
I don't care about the quality of the story. I like Expanse.
It's still good story. Telltale tells good stories, but that's all it is. It's just telling a story. I always felt like on the old Sierra games, you were actively making decisions. You weren't really, but you felt like just the way things played out. You felt like your actions had mattered, even if they didn't necessarily did. I don't know. Telltale always felt like it fell short to me. I like the stories though.
No, well, Telltale, I would think, is any game, your decisions don't matter. Baldur's Gate was probably the only game that I can think of that really had it where it kind of mattered. But all the others, it gives you a choice, but then immediately after the choice, reconnects you to a bit so that in the future there's a reference to that choice. They really never deviate. They can't deviate too much, otherwise it could impact too much, and there's no way they can plan for it.
Well, no, that's when you have games with multiple endings.
Mass Effect was like I was saying, is like you could save the Rakatan Queen or you could kill the Rakatan Queen, but either way, when you do, doesn't change the story at all. It's just sometimes she'll interact with you in the future. otherwise not, with some other small differences. But all it is future references along the line of a trail that's already been created. So in Telltale, they do the same thing. The narrative's already created, and they let you weave your way through, but it's still a straight line.
Well, Disco Elysium's more like Baldur's Gate, and that your choices do matter.
There's an expanse. Yeah. I have it on my wish list. It was on Epic for a long time. It only came and moved to here end of last year.
I remember when playing Divinity 2. I found out choices really do matter in that game. I saw the bad ones in my second play.
So in this one, you follow Drummer. So Kamina Drummer, which was a really cool character in the TV series, but I think this goes into before the series, into more earlier bits. She becomes even more important in after the TV series too. 5D chess with multiverse time travel stream. I don't play chess.
He refused.
No, but I've been wanting to play this because it's not rated amazing, but I just am a big fan of Expanse, which gives it extra points to me. So
he won't play me chess, guys. And I think
because
what do you think? I'm up in my room just playing all the time in the hopes that somebody will play me again. I haven't played since I think Nolan played me in a hotel room 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, but you're doing it because you just want to show off.
Show off what?
That you play chess.
I haven't played chess though in a very long time.
Okay, when was the last time you played chess?
No, it was probably that.
No. Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. You know my last time playing chess?
What?
Well before that.
What?
I've found a couple times that like thrift stores. I found some of like the glass ones. Mm-hmm. One of them I actually almost picked up because it was really, really nice, but the board was cheap. The pieces were nice. The board was cheap.
I have a $500 hand painted.
Yeah, but you're never going to use it because I know you.
No, that's not when you use. That's when you set it as a decoration.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing with you, is you get a nice thing and then you don't want to use it because it's too nice.
It was a Christmas gift.
I know. Then use it.
No, where would I put it?
I don't know.
It's when you put out somewhere and you leave it there.
What are you putting your cup on?
Coaster? I don't put the chessboard on the coaster?
No, you're going to use them as a coaster.
You would not use that chessboard as a coaster. It would be like a piece of furniture you would put in a corner somewhere.
I know, but then what's the point of it?
If I had room to put it like you in the basement somewhere.
Yeah, we have the shelves and stuff. You can go put it out, and then when people come over, you're like,
well, I have a chessboard that gets pulled out and put back away. This is when
we need to like clear out this room and just make it the chess room. Yes. It's just one little table with a chessboard.
That is what that chessboard is. It's a table that you put the chessboard on, and then that is just the chessboard table now.
Jelly says to play chess.
Yeah,
you can do online chess.
I hate playing online chess.
Why?
Except I'll do it in tabletop. Everything else feels.
There are some that are more 3D related. Have you played first person or FPS chess?
FPS chess? Yeah. Chess 2.
You know, it actually exists.
I've seen chess 2. It's dumb.
Yeah, see.
Or the chess pieces have shotguns and nonsense.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
It's chess.
Mm-hmm.
It's just normal chess, right?
Right.
But all the pieces have specialties about them. it's kind of ridiculous, but it's also rated 80%, and it's your favorite price.
Have it free. Look, it's hard to put down a.
If you want to have that beefy game library, just install the free games. I mean, what could go wrong?
Noise in my Steam library. Now I do like playing it in tabletop if I want to play it online, just because the top down, like, I don't know. Chess is a lot about being able to see everything in front of you and all the possibilities, and I just can't see it as well on a 2D platform. Something I used to like to do is just take different chess games and just have the AIs pit against each other. Basically, I would just play take the Super Nintendo Chess Masters and then some online chess game, and then just see which one would win between the two AIs. Turns out the newer the AI, the better it is generally. When I think back to like Deep Blue beating chess masters in like the 70s, people ain't got a chance against the chess AIs of today. Not if they're set to like the absolute hardest difficulty, because they just don't make mistakes.
It's not about making mistakes. It's that they can
see 100 moves ahead,
or they can determine the probability of any move, how close to defeat it is, and always pick the better option. They're not smart. They can just think of so many more solutions than you can, that they're just all based on probability. They're not strategy. No, they're just brute forcing the game.
It's not strategy, but they've already predicted every move that you could possibly
not every move.
The newest ones?
No, because you're getting into like an impossible, based on the speed that they have to do things. They have algorithms that determine not every possible move, because some are stupid and worthless.
Well, no, but every chess piece has a set path it can go down throughout the entire game.
I know, but every piece is exponentially increases it so much that there's no way they can do that in time. But there's certain moves that don't make sense, so that they'll be like, well, that's why some of those are. A grandmaster would get his ass kicked, but then some random guy that doesn't understand the game would beat it, because it's trying to plan for somebody that knows what they're doing. But if you just do random things, it actually can't anticipate that and doesn't really know how to defend and result for that, because the machine learning was going against people that knew what they were doing. So most of the if we ever have an AI uprising, just start doing crazy random things. You'll confuse it.
Just start.
It's like
everything everywhere all at once.
No, what the Austin Powers, when he beat the sex robots, and he started doing the sexy dance, and then they just started frying their heads and stuff.
Because you're so sexy.
That's what you do. You gotta do this. Do the
sexy dance.
Do a sexy dance to the robots, and
the T2 Terminator comes to the door. Just start shaking my ass at it.
Well, I do that to anybody that comes to the door.
Yeah, scares and confuses them. Do you want some of this subpar mead?
I kind of wanted a honey's right now.
Okay, I'll finish off the subpar heat.
Are you gonna go get some? I was gonna do that otherwise.
Yeah, I was gonna. Do you just want me to bring you a can of honey?
Yeah, just give me some honey.
I think just drink some honey.
And speaking of that, we need to find your face.
I don't need it.
No, we do, because it's for the thing. We need a high quality picture of Michael. Should we use big soup time? No, it's kind of stretched. You know what we need to do? We need to get like an AI engine and train it on Michael, so that we can just like, we can have him booping so many horses. Oh my god, I think we need to do this. We need to train it on horses and Michael, and then just start making pictures. Yes, sexy. I don't want to know about that. That's pretty good. Because I mean, we could do that one. Well, actually, it's not that good of quality, but I like this one more. Oh yeah, that's a good silver quote. That's even. Well, I would say this is the right size, but who knows? Actually, with that, so it might be kind of, actually, if you see how close that circle is to the top, I might want to try to fit it within the circle, maybe a little bit below. I'm gonna think that we might want to go more like there, because we have a lot more white room at the top. Who doesn't want to sleep on Michael? I know, he's a big poofy man. Probably could. I would like to fill a little bit more of the left and right up. I think it's the best we're gonna do. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Hands off one there. There we go. Thank God for notches. Michael. Actually, what's the resolution on this? 256. Okay, so it's not that much more. No, we already did that. So no map, no level of detail, no minimum map, sure, whatever. Save as. Michael. It's so creepy. It gets really weird when you get at an angle. like what's wrong? Oh no, Michael. I quit the club because the masters are way too arrogant and both bad losers and winners. If I wanted to deal with that attitude, I would just play my mom at board games. Yeah, no, I can understand that. Playing for fun is different than trying to like maintain some stupid status. And you replace Wash from Firefly kissing dinosaurs into Michael making pony smooch. Could. I know what you're talking about with that. I have not actually seen Firefly yet, but have a friend of ours had the Blu-ray copy of it, and so I do have it on the Plex. It's one of the things to watch, but mainly when I'm done with Stargate. I think if he's dancing, I should probably flip the head. What are you talking about? Look at you, you're so happy.
That in my hair.
You did?
Yeah, my hair is dyed. It certainly died in that photo.
Oh, I mean, if you want, we can get a new photo.
No.
What, that you said you didn't like this photo?
I don't like any photo of my face.
This isn't your face.
Let's see. No, I'm even more confused. I feel like that's clearly my face.
Yes.
I'm coming to this place with my mead, where I'm considering not doing the preservatives at all.
Why? Because I've been making it trash?
Well, I did that one time because I overdid it. But just because if I have to trade a bit of sediment in the bottom of the glass for losing carbonation, I'd rather have the carbonation than the ferment sediment.
How can you go?
Am I dancing?
Yes.
Chat, I don't think I've asked this in a while. But how's
How you
everybody doing? Yeah. That's not answering how you don't. That's making me come up with ghost facts.
Michael, look at
What did I turn into a ghost again? Like, oh no.
Michael.
Upsetting.
You're in the video game, Michael.
My dreams have come true.
Look at you, Michael.
No, look. I gotta think of.
Michael
a ghost fact.
Michael, it's big soup time, Michael.
Now this might be cheating, but I'm gonna look up a ghost fact by typing into Google facts about ghosts and see what comes up. We're opening the book today, chat.
What? No, Michael.
I want to.
Michael.
I'm so happy.
When the horse says you can poop.
Yes.
Michael.
I'm trying to like study.
Michael, look what Discord you were doing.
I don't know. Why are we smooching?
You're loving it. You're so into
No, why? Put that mask on a pony right now. A good one.
No
I
smooch.
agree. No smooching.
this. Look at you. This is not the face you would have if you like snuck into the ladies' restroom or something. Like, what is this?
I gotta sneak in. I'm invited.
Oh, look at that chin.
Strong chin. The Habsburg chin.
Michael. This is what happens if you throw the Colonel in a volcano.
Melton, try my crispy recipe chicken. Melton is so good. Finger licking.
How cold does it get up there in December? December in Minnesota is not too bad. If it's early December, it usually is anywhere from like 15 to 40 degrees. It never will be really below zero. Below zero is kind of relegated to January. December can be a bit, or the closer you get to the end of December, the colder it'll get. But it also tends to be a bit snowier then. Normally, we should have snow on the ground not long after Thanksgiving.
So here's your ghost fact according to the internet. Psychic types, super effective against fighting ghosts. And that's your ghost fact. Thanks, internet. I'm sure that's not tied to any sort of property. This is why we don't ask the internet things. Here's another ghost fact. Ghost types in Pokemon were actually my favorite Pokemon to use.
Why?
Because they could put other Pokemon to sleep and then give them nightmares, which gave you health back. Any kind of Pokemon who could disable the opponent and then just sap their life.
Oh, so you weren't just beating them up; you were taking away their will to live.
Vampire Pokemon a bit, essentially.
Okay, so this is actually the closest I can get.
Snoop. Just the big Snoop.
Yeah, I wish I could go closer to his face.
Go right up against his face, then I'll just have a big snoot. There you go. Perfect. I don't see the difference. Now I like Homer Simpson. Merch.
Wait. Merch.
I'm the Lord of Chaos, Merch. I'm gonna get a big old tooth, Marge. I'm gonna open up a can of peaches with it, Marge. Watch me, Marge. Look at me, Marge. I'm over here, Marge. I'm gonna turn you into dust, Marge, if you don't listen to what I'm telling you. Don't.
Dumb. Yeah, I wish I could put it a little closer. That's what I was trying to see. Like, is there a bone that I can
Squish his snoot back.
yeah, squish it or something? I want to see if there is one.
You know, they always said he had a horse's head, but no other horse's head was shaped that way.
No, there's nothing to pull the mouth back.
Does he have sharp teeth? Fine. His teeth are all sharp.
Yeah.
Clearly is a carnivore. Eats ponies.
Well, it is. Well,
Another ghost.
we have both because we're omnivores, but yeah, it's definitely, that is just pure carnivorous teeth.
Another ghost fact. I already gave you 2. Let's see. Ghosts are as afraid of you as you are of them, in that they're not afraid of you, and you shouldn't be afraid of them. They're your friends. Friendly ghosts. Each and every one of them. Bunch of Caspers. So make friends with the ghosts, guys. They want friends too. You think they want to scare you? They don't. That's miserable. Nobody wants to scare other people unless they're psychopaths. What? Do I scare you? It's like you scare me every time I look over.
I'm saying you're a psychopath.
Yep. That much is true. You love to scare people. Well, you're going to be a very unfriendly ghost.
That's not very friendly of you.
No.
All right, so we need to have him come up and be like, ah, ha, ha. And so I pulled this up to kind of give an idea, but like, sure.
You know what's sad? The official, like, canon way Casper died.
Okay.
Oh, the saddest thing. You know what it
Wait,
is?
why are you making sad things?
I didn't make it. I'm just noting because we're talking about ghost facts. Here's a fact that you guys don't even have to pay for Casper if you didn't know. The way he died is his mother poisoned him. He was one of those people who gained like the attention from having a sick child. So she poisoned Casper over and over again to keep him sick because it got her attention, and eventually she took it too far and it killed him.
Michael?
That's the 100% canon.
Why are you just so sad all the time? I know it's your thing, but
It's actually interesting because while his uncles pick on him, they actually are the only thing that keeps his mother's ghost away from him.
why would she?
'Cause she's
Go
a
after him.
poltergeist.
Oh, she's evil?
She's just straight up evil.
Well, yeah, that would make sense.
Like the uncles, they pick on him, but they're not evil. She's evil. And they realize that their sister was incredibly messed up in life. Casper is the ghost of Richie Rich.
Yeah, I've heard
seen
that
it, 'cause
before.
the art style is exactly the same.
Cheese jelly. So these fingers are really goofy because they only have, well, let me double check. Yeah, they only have one bone per finger, which doesn't make any sense, which means I have to extend out its base to kind of create a false version of the bone of the finger.
I never thought anybody would actually use this model.
I think these ones, yeah, those ones have more. These ones don't.
Well, one's an actual claw, and that one's like a paw. Anything with paws are gross.
You know what you should do? You should probably arrest anybody with paws.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
but you're gonna need an elite force,
Yeah.
and it might be good if they wander the neighborhood to watch for any of these potential paw people, right?
Yeah, these
It would be a patrol of paws.
maybe we can get it run by like a 10-year-old child.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. That seems a little bit old. Yeah, I think we should call this the Paw Patrol.
Jeremy. I don't think cats and dogs are gross. I like dogs. I'm admittedly indifferent to cats.
What do you think of Boomer,
Boomer, kind of cute.
our neighbor's dog? Okay,
I don't know. That's a dog I would want.
no, that's not a dog I don't want either. But the neighbor's dog, I don't know why, but half the time I see Boomer, and it's a little pug. He's wearing a donut on his neck, it's an inflatable one all around his neck. And well, I have no idea why it's there. It's just that dog is always barking at something, and I'm wondering if he's wearing it because he barks so much.
He probably chews on his leg or something when he's not wearing it. It's to stop him.
Oh no, I was thinking maybe he throws his neck out from all the barking, and by doing that, it supports his neck. Because like anytime I'm in the yard, he'll come running out, and I can never get near him. And I've been here for like 2 years, and still, Boomer just anytime you're outside, he's got to let you know that he's in charge or something.
But if you get anywhere near the fence, he runs back.
Yeah, if you go, oh, hey, Boomer, and you go to say hello by like walking up. Nope. Immediately a run away. And he'll run a certain distance away, even though there's a fence there, turn around and then bark at you from there. But if you walk away from the fence, he'll run right back up to the fence. So he wants to let you know he's the boss. Just don't look at him.
Don't get him. You're big.
You're very scary.
I don't know. Dogs, I grew up with dogs, and I just like dogs. Cats, I'm just...
No, I definitely prefer a dog. It's just that
They're a lot of work.
there's a different amount of thing that is needed. It's yard, maintaining the yard, dealing with any hard wood floors potentially being damaged by claws, but. And that's the difficulty is I would rather have a dog, but I don't know how to handle the yard issue.
I tell you what, fish.
No.
Why not fish? Why do you hate fish? Fish can be cool.
If I could do a dog, I would do a dog. But the only solution is there's people mention invisible fence. I don't like shocking a dog to keep him in
They
line.
don't all shock. Sometimes it's just a dog whistle.
It doesn't. The dog doesn't matter that. Plus, being that we have a very barky dog on one side, that I would like a larger dog in the size of that fence means that the larger dog would just like jump that fence. It'd be nothing, and he'd be over there with the other dog, and probably eat him.
You like a standard poodle or something. They're bigger dogs, and they don't shed.
No. But then the neighbors on the other side have two dogs, a nicer fence, but their fence is 4 or 5 feet from our property line. So if I were to connect to their fence, I'd have to go into their property to do that. That would probably not. They would probably accept in some way, but then we'd have to find a way to let them through there by having them walk into the yard that bit, or we'd have to have this weird gap between two fences. It's just.
I don't want. The only reason I don't want you to get a dog is I know I'd end up picking up its poop. I just know it.
You're going to be picking up the poop no matter what.
No.
If you have a dog or a cat, you're picking up the poop.
No, this is it. You're picking up the poop. If it was out on the lawn, I'm pretty sure at some point or another I'd be picking up the poop.
Well, with your feet.
Probably. You'd probably make me do it and you'd watch and laugh. I don't want to pick up other things' poop. Just as a general rule.
They
of
have
thumb.
services that'll do it.
Yeah, but you're not going to get those.
It depends. I can see benefits.
That's it. We make the dog where it depends.
I can see benefits in those services, but for the cost, it's normally just not worth it.
Yeah.
It's, not having to deal with it, great. But it's like, I think a lot of those are a decent 3-digit number per month. Mm-hmm. And that's like the amount that you feed for just food.
See, when I grew up, I had dogs. It was out in the middle of nowhere, so we just kind of let the dog run about.
Yeah, little dogs are the worst. Like I'm a fan of not huge dogs. Like I don't want a mastiff. I like huskies, but they have a ton of energy. So if you don't
shed everywhere.
And I don't think anything more than some other dogs, but
Some dogs don't shed at all.
but it depends on the time of the year because they'll grow into a winter coat and whatnot. But it's huskies are just they have a ton of energy. So and if you can't get rid of the energy, they will destroy things. So it's multiple walks, letting them out, running them around, stuff like that. German shepherds are nice too.
I don't know. If you were to get a small dog, I could see getting like a terrier. Like the dog from Frasier.
I like corgis, but corgis have so much problem. Hello, thank you for the follow, Pickinator Gaming. Thank you
I
very much.
still want a horse. I won't get a tiny little horse.
You can get a tiny horse as long as they never get big,
Okay.
and by tiny they have to be this big.
Oh, they make them pretty small these days.
Just make sure every night you have to put it back in the box so they don't keep growing.
How big is the smallest horse full grown?
2 inches.
That would be
You have lots of those.
a hamster horse.
Mini horse size of a dog. No, I don't even think. Depending on the county, city, and state, you have to make sure that any animal you consider as a pet is okay. Like some states, it's legal to have a domesticated fox as a pet. Other ones, it isn't. So you have to check your state laws. And a horse, if you have the right property in the right area, sure. But with where I live, it might be a special permits and certain land requirements, more than likely.
Look at them. They're so tiny.
They look like they're gonna have so many back issues.
Oh, for sure.
No, it's not just having it legal. You probably have certain land requirements, and we are very close to the city, so there might be other requirements too. That would be a lot of stuff to look over. But no, I'm not gonna do that. For the amount of land we have, actually, like a small horse would probably work. There is
Get this one.
he does look very tiny.
So tiny.
There used to be when we were at the last place we were living, just down the road with us, and we were like still in the main loop. No, we're just outside the main loop of the cities. There was 2 llamas, I believe, on this property. They had a pretty decent sized land. I think it's probably twice as big as ours. And they would just be out there wandering around.
I've been bitten by big horses. A tiny horse is no biggie. Literally.
No, the main reason I've just considered cat is in terms of the amount. It's not as much maintenance monthly cost. It's for the amount of work that it would take to get it ready for. It's probably not the cheapest option, but fish and stuff is neat. But
If you got a mini horse, you have to mow the lawn no more.
I barely have to mow it anyway.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have to mow it at all because they just eat it.
Right now, I think last year I mowed 3 times because we got barely any water.
Yeah, it rained today.
Oh god, we got a good amount of rain. Is it still raining?
It's supposed to rain more tonight, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it's just gonna stop right now, and then it was gonna. Yeah, it's done right now.
It's done right now. It's going to pick up again.
Oh, they're talking lightning.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah, it's gonna start raining again until 10 a.m. tomorrow. Good. There was like puddles forming outside because the ground is so dry, and it was like, what do I do with this? So I'm glad. We need it. Yes. Hello, Karina. What are you doing?
If we got a mini horse, all the kids would be over here wanting to like play with it.
All the kids?
All the kids, all the children's.
Which kids?
I don't know. There's probably some somewhere. This whole area is both.
We know kids, but like, if we suddenly had a horse out there, nobody would know.
Tiny horse.
But how would they know?
They could see it in the yard.
Where?
In the back.
But from the front?
Yeah, maybe put a fence around the whole house so they can get the Like
Make one little channel that they can go run through so they can go, like, look at my horse. My horse is amazing. There's like a bridge over the driveway.
You want to eat the front grass too.
There's like no grass in the front. It looked okay while it was dry, but as soon as the dirt got wet that we've used to fill in those holes, it looks like crap now.
And you know, the nice thing about horse poop is that, as my mother would always say as she was throwing it at me growing up, it's just grass. So, memories.
So, tomorrow after dinner, I'm gonna throw poop at you and say it's just 3 ways.
I don't want to be throwing 3 ways at me either.
No, it'll be poop.
No, I don't want either of these things get thrown at me.
No, like that's what it happened, right?
No. I wasn't pleased that she was throwing poop at me.
It's hard to like I'm looking to do a shoulders back thing. It's really hard to do that because he has like, it's like telling a snake to puff out his chest. Like, I can probably do something like this, but that's about it. And now think about it, I'm destroying because I'm doing it all the time. I'm gonna have to load up his other version, to get back the other positioning.
Thing is, though, Silver, we would need to get 2 ponies so that they could keep each other company when we weren't around. 1 pony would be sad like half the day. We can't always be out there to play with the pony. So, I get 2 ponies. They can play with each other.
But what if those 2 get bored of each other?
You give them a ball or something. I don't know.
Or get 3 ponies.
3 ponies. But what if they're
6 ponies?
But it's a lot of ponies.
Because you can name them.
They're gonna start having more ponies. That's what, get that many ponies.
Look out there and be like, oh my god, they're all going at it.
They're like gerbils. There's like 50 ponies now.
I was out there yesterday and there was only 5. Now there's 12.
Oh no.
He's turning around, they're in the house.
They're getting in. They're in the cupboards. Little ponies everywhere. I'd be so happy.
You don't want real horses, you want ponies.
Magical ponies. That's why we have to start the genetic testing. Experimentation.
Well, it depends. What if we take the pony? So put your pony in LSD.
Ooh. They'll start talking in no time.
Yeah, well, you're not doing the LSD.
Oh, the ponies are doing the LSD. Oh no. I'm afraid what will happen. Their minds will be unlocked.
Yes. Suddenly they're doing calculus.
The ponies are going to take over the world. Our pony overlords. You can see it now. Set the ponies in Centaur world for a bit. Just a little bit. Make sure they don't get too weird. No talking tales. Trying to get in? I'll not gonna get him if he's trying to get in.
No, if he was trying to get in, I would have saw a notification at the front door.
Because I did lock the door to the garage, but I don't think he was out there.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't out there. He was still...
I don't know where he goes.
But he's... No.
He
if he has his keys for his car.
No, sometimes he walks to Dairy Queen.
In the rain?
It's not raining right now.
He would get in his car. No. And he went to Culver's yesterday.
Yeah.
Because there was some in the trash.
No, I saw it in the freezer last night.
Oh, okay. So he ate it today. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I did pick up dishwashing detergent. Very important.
I need to be pinky more forward.
It's kind of crazy that so many of the stores don't carry the powdered stuff. You'd think they more would.
More wood?
Oh, more would carry the powdered stuff than not. They're all trying to sell like the pods.
Well, because it's convenient and that's what people want.
Not that much more convenient. It's not hard to pour a bit of powder into a dispenser.
That's what you say.
It's not
That's what you say.
really not.
But
It's
that's not
no
what they
extra-
advertise.
No extra time whatsoever. It's kind of like liquid laundry detergent. It takes no extra time to use the powder stuff. It's cheaper. It just lasts longer, and it's easier to just throw away the cardboard box or recycle the cardboard box. Then the big plastic container the liquid stuff comes in.
No, but they advertise everything as like, this is simpler and easier.
But it's not. I honestly don't get the liquid detergents. I guess the soap, like they do make powder just dish soap, but that is a little bit more complicated when you're trying to like wash your hands with powdered. But dishwasher laundry, no different. You can just chuck the pot into the washing machine. Don't have to put it anywhere. What do you mean? I just scoop out a thing of like dried stuff, toss that into the
Scoop?
use the scoop for the laundry.
Oh, I was like, for the dishwasher, I just go.
Yeah,
Like, I don't measure that out.
it's like scoop in, put the scoop back. And done.
I don't mind that. And plus, then you can pick the amount that you need for your load.
Yeah,
So if you have a big load or you have a smaller load, but it's really fucking dirty, you can choose the amount, so you're not required to use a specific amount and potentially waste some. Oh wait,
what I do?
no, they're requiring. They probably put the maximum amount that's needed for a load, because then you're wasting it if it's not needed.
Yeah,
And therefore you're burning through more stuff. And they can charge a premium for convenience.
that's why I think a lot of stores don't carry the powdered dishwasher stuff. I honestly do believe that, because there's less of an overhead
Oh, ice.
on the powdered stuff. They can't make as much money off of it, so they don't provide it. So if you go to the store needing dishwasher detergent, they're going to sell you the pods because they make more money. Not because it's better,
That looks pretty good.
more economical, or even better for the environment. There's just a better overhead on the pods. And you have to come back more often for more of them.
Also, powder's not edible. Tide Pods are.
You can eat the Tide Pods. Nobody does a TikTok challenge eating the powdered stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they huff it.
Don't start it. Kid huffing dishwashing detergent would not end well.
If people came on here and be like, I was watching Argo and he was like, I don't know, something about huffing detergent. So I thought, you know what? Sure.
If he's doing it,
Yep,
so
I'm doing
cool.
it right now. I huffed like a whole box before I came on here.
you would be dead.
You want a ghost fact? You're dead.
You'll turn into a ghost. I think the funniest comment ever was when somebody, if you do this, you'll go into third person mode.
What are we doing? We are working on making a Michael takeover animation.
I firmly disapprove of what is happening,
I knew you would.
so I'm going to talk about dishwashing detergent instead. He's a big letter S.
I'm trying to figure out like the best way to go about this, and I'm thinking it's curling a little bit, but asymmetrically. So I'm trying to like curve him a little, and I think it's working where I curve it, but then I put his head up and put a tight curve all the way up to the head, but then put that up. I think that's working the best. It's really hard to make him like puff his chest out because he really can't. He doesn't have a chest.
But he can never get a date.
I'm pretty sure there's other reasons. Maybe his style.
No, he got a good date.
So like, so if I'm guessing that he was created from pure chaos and does not have a mother, right?
Yeah, he's just basically an embodiment of chaos.
Then, well, how did the embodiment? Did he, in the embodiment of chaos, decide how he should look?
Yeah.
So this is only a form that he takes, but is not his true form, which is just the ether.
Essentially, it's just a form he prefers. Yes.
That's good for Fluttershy.
Yeah, no,
He can be whatever.
He can be absolutely whatever. I think in one of his things, there was I posted a picture recently where Fluttershy was just hugging Discord with just the caption, "He's all my kinks in one place." Fluttershy really likes animals, and he's all of them.
Nobody ever seen a countertop dishwasher? I had one, loved it because I hate washing silverware by hand.
I only really have to do that at work, and when I was a kid, we didn't have a dishwasher.
Yeah, well, we just toss all ours in the dishwasher, but we don't have a countertop one. We have like the under counter one. Let it soak before you wash it. Dump it all in the sink when you start dishes.
Older dishwashers needed that more than newer ones.
It depends, though. If you have like something that was really dirty and dried or baked on, a lot of even the modern dishwashers, the hot water is just it's not gonna get to it. You need to get at it with like some really rough stuff. That's one of the reasons that depending on what it is, like if we make hot dish, it'll get a little bit of that crispy burn in around the edges. And if you just throw that in the sink when you're done and then put it in the dishwasher, it'll still be there after going through the dishwasher because it's baked onto it. All it takes is just going through it there with like a butter knife and just go around the edge and you're good.
But you can just wash it by hand if it doesn't get it.
But I'll just do it beforehand. That one little scrape and now it's good for the dishwasher.
But yeah, but either you're doing it after.
It always is
or
on
not
there.
at all.
Do you know how many times I've
You're
pulled
100% certain.
I've pulled that out every time you guys loaded it and didn't do that and had to do it. But anytime I put it on, prepped. I don't want to have to do the dishes after doing the dishes.
But you're doing the dishes before doing the dishes.
Because after it's pulled the dishwasher, I want it done. I don't want to go put it back.
What good is the dishwasher if it doesn't do the dishes?
Because I don't want to. I'd rather have an ending that's a true end than an ending that then goes, oh wait, nope, chapter 2.
But the dishwasher is apparently chapter 2. If you're already hand washing it.
Porcelain casserole pan's the best for getting baked on crust off it. Yeah, we don't have. We just have some glass ones, but it works fine. And we don't use it too much. I'm the only one that makes any hot dish.
Yeah, everybody else makes casseroles.
But also, that's also why when we make it, the hot dish, I prefer to, once it's cooled down a little bit, just to remove the pieces and move it to like Tupperware, so that the original dish, before it's time to like dry and cake onto it, that you can just clean it right away because it comes off way easier when it's fresh.
Some acid in my bedroom just in case something gets really aggressively dirty.
And you have to get stupid fucking high so you can figure
You want to make sure the room's vented.
No, because we're not going to have you putting acid in the sink.
I didn't put acid in the sink.
Well, okay, where do you put it afterwards?
It goes down the sink.
You're not putting acid down the sink. Have you put acid on the sink?
No, I haven't put acid down the sink.
Then why do you have acid?
For cleaning.
And what do you do when you're done with it?
Clean it away.
Where?
To the magical realm.
Because like you can use it, but then you're left with acid. And if I go and find like a burnt hole, when I was one of my exes, this is like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
In an apartment that she did that. She had concentrated cleaning acid for like from a cleaner, like a cleaning company.
Yeah.
And it was the stuff that says do not use on its own. She would just pour it down her sink, and the moment you do, she'd be smoking, and she goes, "Gets it super clean." I'm like, well, yeah, because you're burning it away.
The acid's only going to destroy organic stuff. So it's fine to pour down the sink. It's not great for the environment.
No, I don't. No, you do that enough. It doesn't smoke for no reason.
It's burning away organic matter, like food and grease and all that other stuff. No,
We're not pouring that down the sink.
I'm not gonna pour down the sink. But there's Drano has an acid in it.
And you know what I don't use here?
Well, yeah, use me drilling like this for.
Yes, because I told you. Because I pre-clean everything before it goes down the sink. The amount of times that you're jamming food down the hole in the sink.
Not jamming food down the hole.
Well, it's definitely happening.
Small enough, it can go into the hole.
I know, but it's when it's washed off and then you immediately shut the sink off and then it dries in the pipe. You gotta let if I ever have anything big go down there, I let it run for a good minute to make sure it gets fully out to the street.
I know what acid does. It's great at cleaning porcelain silver.
Yeah, no, it gets you really fucked up.
That's why you're supposed to vent the room. Keep the window open.
No, that's how you get effed up.
By leaving the window.
No, it's smoking. You probably are in there just pouring acid and there's humping.
No, I used to use it all the time for cleaning tubs and stuff.
I really want to do this side head turn on him like this. But then you really can't see Michael. I feel like you need to do like this.
It's like, do you want it clean or do you want it sparkling?
Actually, I could get rid of his nose. If I just do a dual render, I could go up to here.
I can just edit the Discord model to chop the nose off.
It just makes it look like
That sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, you know what? I know what I can do. I can do a big Michael head. Oh, this is Michael head. It doesn't really matter in this case because one way or another, it's going to be pretty easy. But even if I did that though, I think if I turn his head, yeah, you still can't even really see that it's Discord.
I think when I was selling my house beforehand, all the porcelain, the sinks, everything got cleaned with acid.
Well, if you're selling it, I can understand you saying whatever. Just don't do it here because we're not selling.
But I do have some acid in my room.
Okay, well, if I'm having a rough day.
It's good for cleaning concrete too. So if you get any concrete stains, like oil stains, that's what it's really for. On concrete surfaces. That's what it's for. You're not gonna get
watered down, maybe.
Yeah.
You're not going to water it down.
Quicker if you don't. No, you have to water it down. You have to add water or it gets stupid aggressive.
Yeah, I know. That's what my old ex did. Because literally it says on there, caution, do not have blah, 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 super warnings because it wasn't the stuff you can buy in store. This is the super concentrated stuff. This is 100% acid.
No, I have 100% acid, but you got to dilute it. I got it at a hardware store.
You didn't get it at the pet store? I learned you don't want to touch Drano with your bare hands. Kind of tingles a little bit. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I used Drano back when I was in apartments and stuff, but since I've owned a house, I think I used it maybe once, but then I don't really use it.
It's like $40 to get a drain cleaner that you a snake.
Yeah, and I think we have 3 jugs of the Drano stuff, and it was mainly because I had it from previous lives, and it's just kind of followed us.
What? Don't look at me like that.
No.
It was for the last place.
Yeah, no, not here.
No.
But yeah, it's been there, and my dad has mentioned it 3 times. He goes, "Yeah, you shouldn't be using this stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." He has to give an opinion on anything he sees, and it's he saw it, and he immediately has to go and tell me, and I'm like, it's
breaking up hair.
Oh.
Is that what happened? No. Is that what you're gonna say?
No, but if you're really angering me, I know that you use Head and Shoulders.
Just replace it with Drano. That would be effed up, man. I'm a little terrified. Oh my goodness, no.
I had an insane cabinet refurbished job once. Took me 3 freaking months. The day I was hanging the doors, the owner dumped acid down the drain. Vapors melted the finish on the cabinets. He wanted me to redo them at no cost.
Yeah, acid will F up wood for sure.
Yeah.
You do not want to get that on anything organic. You do not want to get acid on. To include you.
It's like, no, you're screw up. You do them. You paid me for the job or face me in court. He paid. Yeah, court costs.
You always see like those cartoons where somebody like gets acid on them, they just immediately all their skin burns away. It's like not like that. There's no acid that'll do that. It's also like boiling hot.
What about Fight Club?
Fight Club.
With lye.
Lye's gonna burn.
Because with lye, they put lye on the skin, and it was like for like 30 seconds or something, and just in the idea of to just keep it there for like until it was basically done. And then
hurt.
Yeah, no, it was a big scar.
Like hell. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like an acid that's boom.
Lye's pretty nasty. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how you get soap.
But yeah,
because that's the whole thing with Fight Club is they're making soap.
That was a thing. Like make soap. Very much diluted, but yeah.
Lye?
Oh, and they make it for soap.
Oh yeah, but they were in that case they were pouring pure lye on the hand. Except for he poured it on. Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna spoil Fight Club.
I remember that episode of Family Guy when Brian's working for the old woman. It's like she throws something on him. It's like, what was that? It was lye. The world outside is nasty. It's gonna burn like hell in like 30 seconds. And then 30 seconds later, she's screaming. Nah, like when I've cleaned with the acid I have upstairs, not here of course, but when I have, I always wear gotta wear plastic gloves and plastic booties on your shoes, because anything organic will get destroyed by the any kind of cloth.
What happens if you put a plush in it?
I'm pretty sure it would destroy that plush. It would be made of cotton and happiness.
Happiness is organic?
Yeah, you would know that if you were ever happy.
I would be, but you're in the room.
That's true.
There's only a certain amount of happy I can do when you're around.
I'm glad for that. I use Drano. Drano is good again because it's slightly acid for breaking up. All Drano is a diluted enough acid that it doesn't get like crazy aggressive.
So what if I have a tum-tum ache and I want to clean it out?
Everything in you is organic.
But it would clean it out.
It would clean you out of your organs. Yes.
It's called a cleanse.
Yes.
So it's a juice cleanse. I think there was somebody that happened to. She was trying to. Was it something emu? It does a thing where they talk about like weird situations found in the medical community and talk about what happened to them from the medical perspective. And I believe like one lady was trying to poison her husband, so she kept slowly putting Drano in his coffee every morning, like ever so slightly increasing amounts until one day she just put enough in there and it got him. But he was having problems like all the time.
So you'd probably be like shitting blood. But no, I do remember watching. It was a long time ago. I think I was a kid. It's the kind of television my parents let me watch as a kid, where a guy tried to commit suicide by just straight up drinking a glass of Drano. And
that is
a really bad way to go about it.
Yeah, there's better ways to go. I'd rather like hang myself than do that.
That'd be a horrible way to go. He didn't die.
That's even worse.
Basically, he destroyed his entire esophagus and stomach, completely destroyed them.
Body's super resilient.
They saved him by attaching his lower intestines to his throat, and then he would eat food and then push it down like this to get it running through his intestines.
Yeah, which is funny. He tried to off himself, and now he has to live an even worse life.
Yes.
But probably with the same psychological problems that led him to do it to begin with.
Yeah.
So now he's just watched under Key and like, nope, you have to continue to suffer. Like,
Yes. That was a particular disturbing thing.
if he dies, then we don't get taxes anymore. We need to keep him alive.
Yeah, they managed to find a way to keep him alive, but he said he has to eat like 3 times as much because he absorbs so little nutrients from his food.
Oh, look at it. All that sadness. Then Big Derp.
Hey, Derp. See, this is why we have him.
Big Derp's coming and she's like, please shut up, Michael.
Just happy thoughts.
Okay.
Bench Derp.
I don't think I'm quite happy with the pose, but I'm at least gonna like move forward with some of the other stuff. Oh, no, I need to do the pelvis too. Okay, there we go. Okay, and this doesn't include. Nope, it doesn't include.
Guys, I need more derpies. Derpies are important.
Why?
Drive away the bad thoughts. That's what the derpies are for.
The bad thoughts. What are you? Usually the bad thoughts are like because you have some weird need to hurt somebody.
No, not those kind of bad thoughts. Just thoughts of like stuff I was allowed to watch when I was a kid. Those kind of things.
I thought you were okay. Good. I was thinking you had some drinks and suddenly like murder was on the mind or something.
All I can think about is murder. Derpies keep the murders away. A derpy a day keeps the murders at bay. That's not a derpy, but I will accept Spitfire because she's a good horse. Freeze your water again.
No,
Definitely.
but I'm gonna go for a minute. Should probably use the rest of 2. So
Spots derpy.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Go get derpies.
Oh, leave that.
Does anybody else want her to be able to eat that cookie? I don't want her to be able to eat that cookie. Oh, bak derpy. Bubble to bow. Bak derpy. Bottle to bow. Okay, let's get this over here. Could be. Boom. All twisted. Here. It's this Michael. Very good, Michael. Where is his? Isn't me and not Discord. Very important. Oh, so nerd. So nerd is true. Let's get rid of Discord. Ooh, there we go. And here's the mask. Derpy's getting kissy face. Face Derpy. Now I'm get something from upstairs. Back.
So I like that. I get my water and I come back down the stairs and I walk by the room to use the restroom. It was just silent because you're waiting to see, like, am I coming in? No, he's not. Okay, I can go do other things.
Should look at the other side of the mask.
First. Excuse me, fun brother. Alright.
Wants to be like Derpy.
I know what you're doing.
What did I do?
You gave yourself Derpy's nose.
No.
Michael, you have a boob on your face.
No, I made her tongue stick out, but apparently it didn't go through the mask. Oh, she licked. Wait.
What are you doing?
I look very happy.
Why?
Derpy likes the French. Big fan.
No smooching. Jesus. See, I love how you were trying to do one thing, but accidentally made Derpy French your face.
She did.
Whoopsie! I didn't know I did that coming. What's going on?
French licks. Tongue touch. No. No face wolf. Just smooching. Look how happy I am. With a snoop run through my head. It's finally happening. I am becoming the derp. I have become horse. We've done it. That's all it took, was just the snoop. Don't look at the Derpy channel or go to Discord. You're wanting me to look at the Derpy channel, aren't you? Derpy channel. Well, that's a tiny pony. Derpy channel. I'm wearing a silly doll costume.
You know what this we need to do? We just need to, we'll load up different Michael pictures and then we'll just attach things to it. That sounds like a good stream.
It wasn't bad. Good stream. It's strong.
So what is this beer I grabbed?
Oh good, they saved it.
Oh no. No, this is Oberon Ale from Bell's Brewing. Is it Bell's Brewing? It just says Bell's at the top.
I changed my mind. I don't want to drink any more of my stuff. I drink.
Yeah, brewed and canned by Bell's Brewery in Comstock, Michigan. Okay. Yeah, American Wheat Ale. This one. Up there. I went too close. Oberon. Smells a little bit more funky than I would normally do.
You put a thing in there too.
Oh.
Oh yes, the nose. Look at the cute pictures. Post me in our chat group.
It's kind of a little bit, man, I don't know, maybe it's just me today, but like tastes a little bit more metallic wheat ale, but it's actually pretty good. The funkiness to it is better than I thought.
So how many undos do you have to do? Oh yes. Very happy. That is
You're happy?
it's a happy man right there.
This is how desperate she was for the smooch.
Yeah. Really one of those smooches. Just lick. Yes. So good. Boop.
Boop, boop, boop,
Score guy.
boop. Oh, I keep going back too far. Oh, look. Ooh, he's getting in on your girl.
No, the score you go away.
It's you, actually.
Oh, true.
Wait. I don't like these, like. Something like that. How many actions did it take before she even moved? Why is he in the floor? Oh, yeah, I put him in the floor.
Put him on the floor. That was you, sir.
Well, that was that don't do this, but actually do this.
I was trying to animate my fan fiction and he stopped me, guys.
Okay, so you got you coming out and you're going, oh, wait, like the wings. I forgot the wings.
I'm coming out. Oh, yeah. I don't think he ever flaps those wings when he's flying around.
Because he doesn't need to. They're
he
they're
doesn't.
purely ornamental.
Everything on him is ornamental.
They're ornamental because because you have all the differences on him are essentially asymmetric changes to limbs, and without it he only has 6, but we add the wings and that increases it by like 33%. So
I can't. Is it Draconequus? Was that a thing before MLP? I feel like.
oh yeah, I'm gonna guess they didn't create that term.
Well, did they create the form? Like, is there an ancient drawing that looks exactly like that?
No, I'm gonna guess not like him, but I'm gonna guess it's just a mix of the various creatures in a dragon-like form. Silver, I think I go to bed with that look every night because yeah.
No, the term Draconequus comes from My Little Pony.
Really?
It's an original thought.
I'm pretty sure that like, what does it mean? That term can't just be created out of nothing. It's too complicated for a kid otherwise. Draconicus
It says Draconequuses are a chimera of species like griffins, infused of many creatures.
That wing is not far enough out.
Let me see. Let me try to type in Draconequus origin. Maybe that'll give me something else.
I think they have to be based on something. They do like having their lore, kind of, sort of. Okay, that's a bit better.
Even in like hosts that consider like that aren't necessarily MLP, just have a picture of Discord and have a lot of references to MLP. But yeah, I think Draconic Quest is just straight up an MLP thing. Neat.
Okay, good. I was a little concerned here, and I still am kind of. His beard could be a problem. I was like, this is a good joke. But you know, I never played the whatever, it's fine. Which is your favorite overlay? Is it Big Derp?
Oh, I have a personal attachment to the sandwich.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess screw you, Big Derp.
No, Big Derp is also good. Big Derp's my also. The chewing is adorable. It isn't even the sandwich; it's the chewing. The chewing is so cute.
They did that like when you see sponsored by Judgment Life. Yeah, I'm really. It's frustrating a little bit, understandable, but with the lack that they're having a delay on the information for the con again, it's one. Like, I know from the message that Charlie put out, I know that they were mentioning about people buying badges without knowing what's there. I already understand. People don't care who's going to be there; they're going to go anyway. From a person's perspective that does events for it, though, it makes it really hard to plan for things if you don't know if you're even going to have it until there was 1 year, it wasn't last year, but last year was also pretty bad, but I think it was the year before. I think we didn't even get panel accepted. Yeah, you had your panel that week.
And I found out 2 weeks before I was actually had to do it.
You only found out 2 weeks because I told you.
Yeah, and I had to like skip streams to actually get prepared.
When you're not told until as a community guest, I got access to the schedule early, so I knew who got accepted. So I was able to tell them, you're going to be accepted. You can actually plan for it now. But at that con, I think it was like just over a week before. If you can't expect somebody to build a whole panel to do, and then without the intent of actually knowing they're going to do it, especially when I know that they only accept half. From a creator perspective, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work, and it's gotten so frustrating for me over the last few years that I just stopped doing panels. I applied for one at Windy City because I just can't stand that rush last minute anymore. And some of it's just the way that they handle things. I just can't do it.
No, he should be aware of it, but is he aware of it enough to stop doing it? Because it seems like he's done it 3 years now. Yeah, well, and he says there's maybe good reasons for it, but if like the president of the United States says that they couldn't do something important because of this, nobody's going to care. And it's like, because if you're in an important position, there's certain responsibilities that if you can't do it, it should be on somebody else to do it or something. And it's super stressful when you're like spending the last couple of weeks. I had a couple of panels that I literally applied for, and it got so close to knowing that I had 2 weeks of nothing but prep because it was stressful, and it was burnout inducing, and it was crazy, and I just don't want to do that again. And that's happened for now 3 years in a row. I would make a suggestion to Charlie. You don't have to tell everybody all at the same time. If there are some people you know for certain are going to be allowed to do their panels, well, I think give them a heads up. I think what it is, they don't know if they're trying to figure out all the special guests. They can't plan normal events because the special guests are by contract. Mm-hmm. And so they can't lock the panels in and then have to reorganize or something. So instead they are waiting to get the special guests all locked in, what they're going to be doing by contract, all signed, then do the panels. Sometimes that might not pop up till late or something. That's the only thing I can think of, because otherwise there is already other people that handle the panels. So why are they not able to do what they need to do beforehand? Something has to be stopping them. The only thing I can think of is special guests. Yeah, your panel is easy. My setup is basically just a white box of cards. Oh yeah, I have one of those panels that we did, and I didn't mind doing that one. But bad fanfic usually takes prep, and this time is the one time I'm going to start prep early, because if it doesn't get accepted, I'll just use it for the next one. But I did a whole panel on
or he did a whole panel on like derby appreciation. He didn't know if he even needed to create the panel. I had a
there was work to do.
I did a history of cinematography, and we were told beforehand, or I was told that basically anything I'm going to submit is be accepted anyways. But I'm not going to just assume that, because that's dangerous. And so I just said no. I'm not going to do any prep until I know. No.
I remember when I did my Derpy appreciation panel, I was legit concerned that I didn't do enough for the panel. So I wanted to go see another appreciation panel that's happening the day before mine to see how they compared. Because I was concerned, like, they're gonna be good people who really prepared for a panel, and now my appreciation panel is not gonna be as good as theirs, and I'll feel like I didn't really try hard enough. I went to that panel. I had no concerns after that panel. It was all they did was like sit down with a tablet and took like quick doodle requests.
Yeah, I've been on some crappy panels, and I would say that if I were to go to every panel I possibly could, about half would be not fun for me.
Yeah.
Or boring, or lack of preparation, or they're not good at filling dead air or something. But I appreciate that they're given the opportunity, because the first panel I ever did was cringy as hell. I was bad. That was my panels, and it's from watching other people's that I figured out what not to do, and I started improving.
I've been to some, not to say art panels are bad. I've been to some really good art panels. Midprim, the night premiere, amazing art panels. I love those.
She knows how to. She can be timid, but she knows how to entertain.
Yeah.
And and it's not even by being entertaining, it's being herself. And she knows how to just maintain that on stage.
If you want a good panel, my observations has been content. It doesn't matter what it is, just something. The panel I went to compare my panel against, it was a doodle panel, which is fine, doodles. But in the hour and a half they had in that room, I think he doodled like 3 or 4 things, like really quick things. And the rest of the time he just spent talking to the people who were next to him. Like they were just hanging out.
And that can be fine, but it's
content.
It's content. It's my recommendation for people doing panels are prepare, but don't write a script. Write an outline.
I wrote a script.
Well, you made a presentation, but you had jokes and stuff that weren't just on the screen. You were improvising along the way. Don't write a script and read from a piece of paper. Write an outline and follow that outline to some degree, but don't memorize on it. If you know the topic, and you should be if you're going to be doing a panel,
yes,
just speak from what you know. But keep that outline and stay to those topics.
Do I know enough about Derby to do another panel?
No, one of those that was favorite was we were doing a panel on 3D animation perspectives. I think it was with me, Brainstorm Alex, Animating James, and Viva Reverie, and Viva wanted to do all this prep ahead of time, and I'm like, this isn't going to go well. But what it was they set up an outline for what we wanted to go through and had scripted jokes that we were going to do along the way. And normally I would be like, I wouldn't want to do scripted jokes, but the way that they did it made it feel like it wasn't scripted. Like we had a bit that was making fun of certain types of software and stuff, and we would all respond at the same time with the same answer. So it was just funny because like we all be like but at the same time. And we did a little bit of prep ahead of time, and it actually worked out really well because it was kept where we had an outline to follow, but other than that, it was free flowing, and our responses could be whatever we wanted. We had a couple little funny moments in the middle, but no, the other big one for panels too is encourage things going wrong. If all the panels I've went to where somebody is trying to be perfect and then they apologize when they mess up and like, no, I'm sorry. No, when things go wrong is the best parts of panels. Like my favorite is Dex, where they were playing
Don't
Stop, one of the collaboratories videos, and his laptop kept freezing. And so it would freeze and it'd be like, don't stop. Don't stop. And we were crying, laughing so hard, and he was panicking to try to get it solved. And then it kept doing it, and they just whatever. And then afterwards, later on, something else, it was freezing, and then it came up with the Windows update message, and that was why it was freezing, because it was trying to update his computer. And but I've been to dozens of panels at these different places. I remember that one because it went wrong, and it was funny. So it's if a panel goes wrong, you can either fight it, and then it looks weird and awkward and cringy, or you can roll with it. And rolling with it is way more fun for people. They make it, they'll remember your panel more because of the things that went wrong and how fun they had with it. But you have to be ready for that and encourage it and embrace it. That's why bad fanfic is one of my favorites, because it always has something go wrong, and it's just figuring out how to roll with it and just go and have fun. And it's way more fun like that. But most people don't want to have anything go wrong. It's if something went wrong, it's panic mode.
Yeah, a few things went wrong with my Derpy panel. I remembered some of the later shots had all my notes still on the shots.
And that's fine. And I think stuff like that just makes the panel better. For you, it can be a panic because you're like, if that's the reason, if you write a script and something happens, you don't know how to continue because the script doesn't give you direction. That's why an outline, usually you can still find your way back.
And that's the good thing about Derpy is like the imperfections are what make her wonderful. All right? Yeah. Where's Nerd? No, I enjoyed doing that panel. It was some work.
A lot of people said it was one of their favorite panels of the con.
Well, because when you compare it to some other panels, like the one I want you to compare it to.
No, that's what I'm saying, is because of stuff like that. It's most people are used to that type of content. And if you go to like big professional events, you have a lot of people that have been doing this for a while, know what they're doing, how to entertain and whatnot. So it's different. But the pony conventions use a lot of amateurs. But that's also why a lot of the people that have been doing it for a while, like me, AC Race Best, Jay Holler, we get priority over their panels because they already know that they don't have to worry about what the quality is or anything. And I mean, I've had some panels that didn't go well. I've also had some that have went fantastic, and you just over time get to be better at figuring out that line for fantastic is.
I want to do another Derpy appreciation panel, but I don't want to just do the same panel. You know, I don't want to do the same panel.
It depends. You did it at Winnie City.
Yeah.
So if you were to get it at Cider Fest, you could do the same panel, but I would change like 10 or 15%. If you were to go to Winnie City again, I would change it like 50 or 60%.
I think maybe I'll do it for Cider Fest because there's still time to apply to Cider Fest. But I don't want it to be the same panel at all. I wanted it to still be about Derpy and how amazing she is, and everybody shows up because Derpy. But it would be different videos, different jokes, and I feel like I played a lot of the best ones at that con. Maybe I could reuse some of them, but I'd like to try to find. I
think you can come up with more.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of Derpy videos on the internet. I have to start like really digging.
And really, yeah, if you're doing the Cards Against Equestria, the nice thing about that type of game is it plays itself. But as a host, it can be difficult because, like when I do Iron Pony, the biggest entertainment is the people that are playing. But sometimes it's knowing what to say, when to say it. Sometimes when you want to bend the rules a little bit or break them a little bit for the purposes of entertainment, that is also like the rest of it. And so it's, I really like doing that because I'm not, I'm not bad in improv, but you put me in the right situation, I think I'm pretty good at it. And then with that panel, I feel like I'm actually pretty good at it. Just off the gut. I mean, I also drink alcohol, which
I think I just had a pretty good idea for fur jokes, like a premise
for fur jokes.
No, for derpy jokes. I think I just now thought of a decent premise for putting together a derpy appreciation panel.
Well, it's a little late for Winnie.
No, I'll do for cider.
We'll have to see though. A cider, Winnie is a little easier to get a panel in.
What are you trying to say? I'm not horse famous enough?
No, I'm just saying Winnie has less submissions.
Yeah.
So you're fighting with less, but they do the same amount of panels. And I guess maybe not matter for you, but Cider Fest, no, the new one might be a little better. Cider Fest had the issue where there was the 3 side rooms. One of them was much weirder shaped. It was the long shape, and that was the one that was frustrating because they kept trying to throw bad fanfic in there, and I'm like, I need 4 microphones. Well, we're gonna give you 2. No, I need 4. Yeah, we heard you. We're gonna give you 2.
Knightley nearly died in that room.
Yeah, and no, that was for a different panel. But trying to get it, I usually need 6 microphones.
Didn't he nearly die in bad fan fiction?
No, that was Iron Pony. That was because he went to go do something and he almost knocked himself out the window when Charlie was watching.
Yes, the eyes in that man's head.
Yeah, Charlie did definitely go a little more wide-eyed, and I know he wasn't thinking, "Oh my God, that man almost died." He was thinking, "Oh my God, that liability."
Yes, please.
But thankfully, Charlie knows Knightley, so that helps too.
Yes. So he'd be able to attend the funeral. That was such a bad moment. Even I was watching and I was just like, oh. Like, it didn't really dawn on me how bad that could have gone if that window was not built tough.
No, that window would have been built tough. That window is probably built where you could throw somebody at it and it'd be fine.
He went good because that's what happened.
No, he didn't get to the window.
Didn't he?
No, it went back off stage, and I think the chair hit the window. That would have probably been more of the concern. The chair being a much smaller imprint with the full weight could potentially, where a body hitting something
is the window, yeah. Or he was in the chair, which hit the window.
But I need people to be there, though. That is the Achilles heel of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. So, okay. Actually, I'm curious because I've never been to those. So, Stone Gamer. I actually just zoomed on through. How do you determine how people play? Is it like everybody in the audience kind of plays, or you pull people randomly? I've never been to it. I'm usually just in the evening. I'm either drinking with what free time I have, or I'm doing panels because evenings are always. Anything after 8 p.m. literally becomes crazy time.
Way more people
cheers
on my panel than I thought they were going to. I remember.
The benefits charity. That's always nice.
I remember when I did the Derpy Appreciation panel. It was like nobody was in the room except my friends, and I'm like, oh well, I'm guess I'm doing this panel for my friends. But as the panel went on, more and more people kept showing up, and I got really happy.
Really sad. Last year I had 2 scheduling issues that even after adjustment made it worse. I had a panel that was immediately after opening ceremonies that was specific, that I spent the most time preparing for. So opening ceremonies was at 11 and it was at noon. Problem is I'm a community guest, which means I have to be at opening ceremonies, but they always run late. So now I'm looking at like 11:30, 11:45 that I have to be on stage, but now I have to be at this other one by noon. But I have to prepare and set up. So I'm like, well, that doesn't work. Okay, well, I'll get to the room early. So I got there an hour early, 10 o'clock. The room was not usable. They didn't even have AV set up yet. So I had to help AV for 45 minutes trying to set things up. I had to help them carry bags out for the sponsors so that they could get the room cleared out so people could actually sit, and barely get the time set up. We got everything set up. Even after the audio was tested, then they changed something and it was broken. But also because opening always runs late, it meant that the panel that I got the most amount of time spent on was overlapped by opening ceremonies. So the room, other than my friends, was basically nobody else for the first 30 minutes. And then only at the very end, after I've ever covered all the material, a bunch of people streamed in, but it was already at the end. So whatever. So that was super frustrating. And that was themed too, themed to the event. That's what even bugged me more. Then we had Bad Fanfic, which I said I wanted 4 microphones. They gave us room with 2. And then I complained because thankfully, because in community guest chat, we get access to the schedule earlier. I said, this doesn't work. Charlie got to Luck Rock moved the room, but it moved us to a different room with 4 microphones at 12:30. It's an hour and a half panel. So it ran from 12:30 to 2. I checked. No panel in all of Ciderfest history has went till 2 a.m.
I couldn't say it was the whole panel.
0 times. There was a few people that walked in the room and they're like, wow, it's a late panel. I'm like, we're going till 2. And they left. They just wouldn't even be there for it. We still had a decent turnout, but for that panel, it was actually pretty abysmal. And I'm like, and yeah, there's people that just wanted to go to bed.
I hit a limit.
That and a bunch of other stuff. It's because of that con last Ciderfest that I'm done with panels. That con frustrated the hell out of me. Everything got me to like, I'm putting all this effort in and this is what I'm getting. No, I'm done. So I'm doing Bad Fanfic, whatever it gives me, and nothing more. Because it's just, I'm tired.
I remember that panel that went until 2. I got through like the first 45 minutes of it, I think. And I hit this wall where like, I gotta go bed. Everything hurts. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Really. I checked. 1:30 panels have ran 2. We ran till 2. There has never been a panel that ran that late because normally they'll start at 12:30, but they'll have an hour panel. We had an hour and a half, and that was where people are like, "Well, we're not going to stay here till 2 in the morning." And it's just when you have people that want to be at something, and then you tell them something that is outside of your control, and they're like, "Well, guess we're leaving." Like, it's disheartening because I put a lot of effort into the jokes for those, and the people that were there had a lot of fun, and I'm glad for that. Mm-hmm. But
I wanted to stay. I've gotten too old and fragile.
Yeah, but the thing is I was tired too.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that year. Was it Winnie City? No, it was the year before that at Ciderfest. We had like so much stuff in a row and I had such a hard time with Bad Fanfic, and it was so frustrating because we had the 2 microphones, and trying to herd that sheep was frustrating as hell. Like by the time I actually was able to stop, it was like 4 hours later of letting my brain take a break. And I've been drinking the whole time because I was so frustrated that I was just drinking heavy. I said, thank you for coming. And I sat down at the stage for like 5 minutes and I just didn't move. I'm like, I need a break. I'm going to break. And I have to stop for a minute. And it's just, that was such a rough evening. It was one after another, no breaks. It was like anthology where there was no security, so we had to run security for the rooms. Then one of our panels that I had to leave anthology early for because of an overlap or something, and then we had like no time to get to the next one too. And it's just I got too many other things to worry about.
No, I think I just dedicated myself to at least attempting to get a panel at
Ciderfest. That's why I'm just going to focus on the ones that I enjoy, and really the one that I enjoy the most is Bad Fanfic.
Are you going to come to my panel at Ciderfest?
You didn't apply for one.
Yeah, but you're going to come, right?
To an empty room?
Mm-hmm. How rude.
I mean, you didn't apply for anything, so I don't know what else it would be.
I'm going to apply. There's time still. Besides, last panel, I think I only got it because you were on it. I'm still.
Well, that's why I told you to apply and put my name on it, because it would increase your chances. But
and I actually got it.
I'm going to be denying anybody's request to have me on a panel.
Even me,
Winnie. Maybe for yours only if I have zero effort.
You didn't have to do anything except be sad.
Michael's panel is going to be on a voice chat. I actually Michael's panel, I believe. I never made it public.
No, I've seen it.
Yeah, I have a recording of it, but I put it up for supporters on the early access channel. I think all I needed to do is make a thumbnail for it.
I was quite proud of that.
Um,
It went about as well as I could have expected.
yeah, people enjoyed it.
People enjoyed it.
I was a little concerned I didn't get my screen recording, but then I found I did. This is not.
I know you have it up on your YouTube.
You know what? I probably have it stored here. It would have been Ciderfest 2022.
No, it was last year. It was
Was it
Winnie
last
City 2020 last year, 2023.
I didn't take any pictures or video. I was just way too busy at Ciderfest 2023. I literally took nothing. This is so busy.
There it is.
Yeah, so this is it's done.
Just last year.
Forgive me ahead of time. It's the first time I've actually used PowerPoint.
Derby Appreciation Panel.
Yeah, so I have the full thing. It's 1 hour long.
Yes, bits.
So yeah, I was trying to figure out how to set up to like presumably like you did the right amount of butt stuff. Being a butt. No, so I was trying to stuff. I was trying to figure out how to position things, and the best I could come up with was to put both of us here and then his panel over here, because the presentation and material was actually important. So I need to make that public at some time so people can see all the butt stuff.
All the butt stuff. I just remember like being told I had that panel, and also being aware that I had 2 weeks to put it together. And I'm thinking to myself, this is going to take some work. I don't have time.
So I think Taylor can have a lot of panel stuff, because a lot of the friends and the people that I like to hang out at the cons don't do panels. They're not other guests. They're not people on the panels. It's people that like to just be at the con or are not a part of things. So it's a little easier if the people that you're with are also on your panels and doing a lot of the same stuff with you. Also, I don't think Taylor does as much custom stuff per panel. Like when I do, it's more of like off the cuff stuff. Bad Fanfic, I actually have to make some different pictures. I have to research all of them. I have to get them all printed. I have to make little inside jokes along the way. I have to almost script in some different antics along the way. That takes a lot of time, because I'm basically writing a show and not just like presenting material. And then like the SFM one, it's researching all these videos, downloading all these videos, figuring out the order that I want to put them in, what I want to talk about. It's just some of that's very specific to that one panel, and that makes it really difficult. I know Taylor's, I think, has a lot more discussion panels where they have stuff that comes up, but it's more of like, let's discuss the thing that's here and talk over things, which is fine. Not my thing though. Yeah, I don't know how they do 12, and I think most I've ever really had at a convention, I think it was between 8 and 9. But it depends on the day too. If you get like 6 in a day, that's rough. But if you get them nice and spread out evenly, that can also be rough, because you really have no time. My brain doesn't like having gaps. If I like a 4-hour gap between like one event and another, it feels like that it's a waste of time. Like I'd rather have a whole day of nothing. ADHD or whatever. Okay, does that actually look clean? It does. Okay, because it looks a little like weirdly lined there.
So
I'm a little concerned with how the lighting's going to work on some of this, because I'm going to have to show like a little bit. No, because we figured that out with the blue thingy, that the transparency worked.
well, I feel like you're going to be better off with green on this one.
Yeah. No, that wing.
Yeah, that wing.
No, that wing's more. It's even amounts of green and blue.
Maybe pink then?
Your face.
No,
I think blue's going to be better, because I feel like that wing is slightly more green.
I feel like it's more blue.
It could be because I got the
It's like a solid middle run.
Yeah, it's very middle, but middle might be fine, because all of these bits, they're not going towards the from blue into green. They're going from blue into red.
I think you might want to like go with a red.
Well, no, these are going from blue into red.
Okay.
So like this is a red, more of a purple, which is more of the red. I would rather have something more towards the green then. So if I would go anywhere, I'd rather go
Maybe
green.
an orange.
I think that it might just be test
Yeah.
and see. It's not going to affect anything.
Try orange.
Maybe if we invent a color, like Gorple,
Ultraviolet.
Ultra.
Which color?
Super violet.
Is that?
Except for Solstice stuff, I ran at every Cider Fest in Windy City since Ponyville Cider Fest 2016. Yep, actually, that's Bad Fanfics. That's what we've actually been doing too. We've done every one for Windy City and Cider Fest since. Oh God, I don't think it's quite 2016, but we've done it at multiple Windy City Cider Fest, and I have been. Jay goes to some other panels like TrodCon, and he literally like, I'm gonna put in for a Bad Fanfic panel. Can you like give me your material? And so literally I give him the entire panel. So that's little effort, except for I have to, some of them I'm like, here, I'll give you these because these are the minimal jokes that you have to worry about. But here's on these ones, if you want to make use of the joke, here's the joke to kind of do along the way. So
I don't even know if Adam remembers, but it was actually Windy City was the first time I ever met Adam. You weren't there at that one. But
no,
Jay
you
was.
should have met him at 2015.
I didn't meet him. If
He was there.
he might have been there, but I
Because
didn't meet him.
with the bar that we were at, that you hung out with us after
You
all the
hung
panels.
out with my sister at that bar. Than
Yeah, but you were there.
I was there.
But
yeah,
me
drinking a beer.
when the bar closed, me and Adam were drunk and went to the Brony Can party.
Yeah.
So like, he was there.
No, I very distinctly remember me sitting at a table by myself while my sister was watching stuff you were showing her on the laptop, on your laptop, and you were drunk.
I was I drunk yet?
You were. I don't know.
I was on my way.
You're on your way because you're definitely in your ramble mode that I only later realized is a thing when you've had enough drinking.
Okay. When I'm at a convention though,
Yeah, you were very excited.
okay, 2015 was
It was remembrance.
in a single day. Anthology 5, the first anthology I was a part of, premiered, and so I got to be in that energy of a room, and Remembrance premiered on the same day.
You were right
and that was crazy high. So, but I wasn't drunk yet. But I know
you remember my sister at all?
if you were to show me her, no. Do you know how many people I've met?
No, you sat down with her for a while and you had your laptop out.
That was 9 years
It was
ago.
you and her. Was it? I don't like that. Don't say the number.
8.5.
Don't say the number. Never say the number.
No, it was a long time
remember it
ago.
because everything happened yesterday.
No, I remember some things really well. I actually, the one thing I remember probably more vividly than almost anything was Remembrance. We showed Remembrance. Then Adam showed a Five Nights at Pinky's video, and then the person that's running the room was very angry that we showed that video because we didn't get it pre-approved. Nobody did any of that stuff at them. And she came running down the aisle telling us to get the fuck out of the room, that was pretty funny, except for the next year we got a really horrible time slot because of it. But anyway, but afterwards I spent like an hour talking with people that I was being mobbed outside the door with people that wanted to talk about it. Spent like an hour doing that, and then we went and like hung out outside, and we're looking over at the panel rooms where Anthology is going to be in an hour and a half, and we're like, what are people lining up for? They're like, what's the next panel in their room? Oh, it's some like whatever panel. And they're like, wow, they're getting a lot of people for that. And then the panel, the doors opened and the line didn't move, and we realized that was people prepping for Anthology before the panel that was already going to be in that room was even started, the one before Anthology. And we're like, oh my God, what? And so we went up there and talked with the people, and ended up being the guy that was at the very front of the line for Anthology 5 was also at the front of the line for Anthology 6 and 7. He brought like chair, and he would sit there for like 6 hours sometimes. And that was a crazy, I even have
The Anthology line was impressive,
video.
but no line at a BronyCon will ever beat the line for the Applejack Appreciation panel.
This was the line. So this is the front of the line. And then, it went all the way down here, around this corner. Then
Slow down. So you can see me.
yeah. So I want to pause when I can. So it went down this hallway, down back here.
Oh, I think I see me.
Oh, there's Minty.
I see me.
Where's you? There's Adam.
Oh, there's Adam. I'm sitting on the ground. If you could get rid of the blur. No, like.
This is old. This is 2015
Right there.
technology. Where are you?
No, that's not me. I thought that was. Is that me? No, that's not.
So yeah, went down this hall. There's all the anthologists are wearing the red shirts, I believe. Yeah, that's just how Dr. Dinosaur. No, there's Dr. Dinosaur. Yeah.
I'm in that line somewhere.
So yeah, and it goes down here, down this hall, way down here, and then it weaves back and forth down here a couple times. It was nuts.
Is that 2015?
This is 2015. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, so that was me. That's why I didn't think it was me, because I was wearing weird colored clothes. But I'm dressed as Big Mac.
So for those that are unaware, this is Dr. Dinosaur. Like most people, like when they think of Anthology, they think of Jay Holler. Dr. Dinosaur was actually basically the first person to set up and run Anthology. He's the original administrator for the project until I think 5. I think it was after 5 that he stepped down, and then Jay took over, or some other people took over. But that was the original person that made most of the original first anthologies.
There's Jay. I saw Jay for like half a second.
Jay was still doing the logistics and stuff, because like he's the one that was going to play everything, and he needed my laptop, and then he was panicking because if I wasn't in visual range, because he was thinking he was like, all these people are going to be pissed or something.
Scroll back a bit. You'll see a table of people playing a video game. Right there. See him, the guy in the blue shirt. Keep an eye on him. They were playing Fighting Is Magic, and they never moved from that spot.
Yeah, there
The
was
whole freaking con.
every BronyCon. There was a bunch of people at all these different chairs that had projectors or screens on the wall that would just be playing Mario Kart or something the entire convention, and anybody could just
They
stop by.
never moved. Yeah.
I have like, I think that orange lanyard is like one of the more popular ones. I have like 4 of
Yeah, I have a
them.
bunch of them.
Yeah, this was just crazy. That was back when phones were the 9-year-old phone. It was kind of crappy.
There's no crazier line than the Applejack Appreciation panel, though. That was madness.
I wish I would have recorded more at 2019. I feel like I should have recorded like I did when we were in Germany and just recorded everything.
Was
But
a special con.
I did record the line for Anthology at that one. That line was even crazier, but it was a
filled
crazy
2
con.
rooms.
So I feel like a
And when I
balance.
say fill 2 rooms, they like sectioned also a gymnasium for the Anthology of 2019. And they still filled the entire gymnasium.
No, they had the main room.
Yeah.
They had the main hall. It was meant for like 7,000, 8,000 people, and they filled it.
Yeah.
It still had to tell people to go away.
Yeah.
Room was full. We're at Fire Code. It was crazy.
Let me use the restroom. I know we're done.
Oh, it looked like fun. It was BronyCon 2015. If I had to pick a year for when there was the most energy, the best content, where everything you went to had top tier everything. And it was 2015. 2015 BronyCon was 2019 BronyCon, the last year of it, was big because there was a lot of people that ended up jamming in there at the same time. but 2015, there was an energy to everything. And a lot of the things that you watch today, if you go to like the top 100 videos or whatever of 2015, Jay Holler did, it's crazy what came out that year. Like Remembrance to me was my biggest video, and a lot of people, you know, big memorable thing. I think I got number 3 on there. Number 2 was Anthology 5, and number 1 was like Lullaby for a Princess. Like those all came out and were shown at like the same time. Like 2015 was crazy content year. Probably some of the best stuff in the fandom, because it like the
what was my first con? Big Derp.
the community had enough time to get good at stuff. And 2015 is when you could see that peak.
Big Derp.
Cease hungers.
It did seem like 2015 for me, being that it was my first con. It was definitely the con I went to every panel I could go to. Like I had everything planned out in my head for everything I would go to and see. My biggest problem at that con was I decided to like, I want this person's autograph and I want this person's autograph. And I spent a lot of time just standing in line.
Yeah, that's there's a lot of stuff in 2019 that I wanted to see, but the lines were crazy, so crazy that I ended up only staying in one because Viva said come to this panel, so I did. The only other panelists I went to in 2019 were the ones I was on, so I could cheat line. Mm-hmm. So because I had to be on the panel, so whatever, I could just walk up there. But it was just 2019 was so much standing around for that, which is to some degree like being able to interact with the people in the line around you. If you took the time to do that, can be actually pretty fun. Or if you don't care about being front seat, if you want a front seat, you're gonna have a very boring con.
I do think that was the last con Lauren Faust ever attended, was BronyCon 2019, and to my understanding, they paid her a pretty penny to show up. So
I'm pretty sure they had plenty of money, and
they were blowing it.
In a lot of cons, you're trying to see what money you can bring in for next year to maintain a safe buffer. There, they didn't need to.
Yeah.
If they had any potential money left over at the end of the con, it probably went to their pockets. Which really, for how much work it takes to do stuff, fine. That's fine with me. GalaCon does that. The people that run the convention do make a wage off of the stuff, but because like one of the guys I was talking to is like, yeah, I've done this for 3 years, managing, doing like officer status, the person that helps run certain events and like do the thing. He goes, but I can't have hobbies. It's literally my life for months and months and months. And he's been doing it for 3 years. So yeah, they do make a wage off of it based on the badges. But when you literally can have no life during it, that makes sense. And he's like, yeah, I'm just stepping back because I'm still going to work the cons, but I'm just going to work them when they're there. I'm not going to do the setup and help everything. He's stepping back. And I'm like, that makes sense. So, but I'm glad that they do help do something like that. I think that it helps ensure that people are compensated appropriately for their work, because some of that work is a lot of work.
I just remember the very next year, because BronyCon had initially, I think, had set up to go longer than 2019. But the very next
yeah,
year,
they had originally talked for like in mid 2015, 2016, talking about how they're going to be going for the next 10 years or something.
Well, yeah, because then they even apparently told the city that, because the very next year, Baltimore was like, the city of Baltimore is like, we welcome back the Bronies to BronyCon 2020, like in official city announcements. And everybody was losing their damn mind because they're like, BronyCon 2020. They had to like quickly retract it, but it was up for a bit on like the Baltimore state site.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure make them some decent money. Mm-hmm. And actually the amount of people that we ran on the street, they're like, oh, the Bronies are back. The Bronies are so nice.
Yeah.
Because like when you're inside BronyCon, like the whole area on that street's all touristy type stuff. So it's already kind of a nice looking area. If you go a couple blocks north, it gets a lot sketchier. So for a lot of people, that's what they know. But when you're there, you only know that nicer area. So for a lot of people, they see you come in and they're like, wow, these people are so nice. So because it's just the rest of it's not so nice. So
it was the Inner Harbor. It was nice.
The Inner Harbor was very nice. But yeah, there's so many people. I kept like, what's going on? Like, oh, we're Bronies. Like, oh, the Bronies are back. Oh, I love you guys. Because it's a positive, colorful event that nobody goes around like graffitiing or being assholes. They're actually all there to just have fun. And for the most part, people were pretty good. Yeah, but at least, that's better than some things.
Yeah.
No, don't put it in the sun. It was it never went. BronyCon's last year was 2019. If that they announced it at 2018, that I wasn't at 2018. I was like, this is my last BronyCon. It was a spectacle, but the things I was looking for from the con wasn't there anymore. So I wasn't planning to go to 2019. Then they said it was last year, and I'm like, God damn it. So I went to 2019, and it was big. That was the highest attendance numbers they ever had. But then there's people like, look, see, it can be successful. They can do another year. They only have it being this successful because they said it was last year. Do you know how big of an asshole move it would be like? It'd be like, suck it. I gotcha.
I would have been okay with it.
That would be the biggest what would they call it? Bait and switch.
It'd be a bait and switch, yeah.
That would be a horror. Nobody would go to the next year.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't go because even if you said it was going to be the last year, people wouldn't believe you.
Yeah, that $1 ice cold water. It's only $1. Yeah, that guy was pretty cool too.
I mean, bronies were crying when it ended.
Oh God, yes. I was outside one of the parts. Yeah, there was like a group of like 20 people that were all hugging and literally in tears. It was after closing ceremonies. That whole area was just packed with people crying and everything afterwards.
Because that was the thing about BronyCon. There was no, like, when the con was over, you had to be outside, and so it just had everybody just outside the building, just in tears. If they did a pony convention, it wouldn't even have to be BronyCon, just at that venue. I would just go for nostalgia.
No, I
don't want to go just for the nostalgia. Give me the nostalgia. I want to be an old man reliving the glory days of horse.
It's one of those reasons, like, I believe, like they had HarmonyCon pop up, and it's like, you had a con in the area, and now it feels like there's just a different name, and it was very different. But it's like if one drops and suddenly another one pops up, and it's like a company that's saying like was it TCF Bank? Something being like, wow, people really don't like TCF. We're Huntington now. And it's like, I mean, there probably was a murder or something in there, but it's like, just change your name.
My bank's name's changed twice since I got them.
Well, yeah, because they're probably crap.
I don't know. They haven't lost my money yet.
It doesn't matter. They can't lose your money. It's insured.
Yeah.
Literally, the government will pay you. If they limit your bank account to having no more than what's insured, then you should be concerned. Your bank account cannot go over the insured amount because we don't know if we'll be open tomorrow. Actually, they probably wouldn't care because they'd probably just find a way to use that extra money for whatever reason.
Yeah. I don't know. There was something, like, there's a reason the Baltimore Convention Center is a map you can download on stores now. And it's because of BronyCon. And it's amazing. And I don't know how complete that map is, but part of me would just want to go into it in a VR headset and just sit in a corner and pretend.
Wow.
That's how sad I am, yes.
I know you're sad, but
just reliving those glory days, man.
No, BronyCon was awesome. I don't know if it would be my favorite con though. It was just, it was
different.
It was a spectacle. It was all about the show and the glamour and sparkles, and it was explosions, where a lot of the other ones are giving you because BronyCon was, there's so much to do. Everything's high quality. I don't know what I want to do, which sucks because then you always have to give something up, where a lot of the other ones are, well, okay, so I want to see this, and this, and then I'll have time to go and eat here, and then I can take a nap. And it allows you to actually like space things out better, and you can have time for friends, which is after a while, that is what people got the most value out of from the conventions anyway, was the friends they made and the time that they could have with them. And if all their time is spent just going to events, well, then they're really not getting any to that time to do that stuff.
Dude, BronyCon 2015, I was still in my 20s. I had energy. I was in the convention center the moment it opened. Like, even though nothing was going on yet, I was allowed in the space, and I would just go in there and sit just to be like closer to the horse things.
I did that.
My brain was so rainbowed.
I did that in Everfree. First year I was at Everfree, but it was because the people that I was rooming with, they gave me my own bed. And I was still used to getting up at like 8 a.m. But now that's 6 a.m. there. So I was like awake at 6 and they would sleep until like 1. Like there was the one time, I think I took a picture of it because I couldn't get in the room because I think they changed the key, but he had ordered pizza, ate it, and passed out on the bed with it. Like that was my roommates. So I got up at 6, it was crack of dawn, and I would just go to the convention hall because I like had nothing else to do. And that was actually where I went to go into line to get coffee, and I had the voice actors for Luna and Celestia in front of me getting coffee before me. And I'm like, sitting there, I'm like, oh, okay.
Really? See, you play cool now all these years later after years
That
of
was like
horse.
2016 maybe.
Okay, so you had already been fairly exposed to horse by then.
It was my first year of Everfree, and I know I
What
took
was your very
pictures.
first con?
First con I think was MLP MSP. MLP MSP 1.
Was there any? Did you?
Every 2015.
Were the rainbows still leaking out your ears?
No, because the very first con I was at, see the ghost fact one sec. Oh no, the very first con I was at, I had not told the Minnesota Bronies, and I was a part of their group for like a year, who I was. I was just Andrew because I didn't want that to be who they knew me as. And then at the con, Jay announced me as being a part of Anthology, and I was with some of the Minnesota Bronies there, and they announced who it was, and there was a guy, one of the local Bronies next to me, was like, "Oh, wow!" And then I stood up, and he's like, "Whoa!" And because at that moment I was no longer who I was before. I was now that guy, and I did one of the other panels. So. That was the only time that I was like public within the community as doing stuff too. So, but that panel, or I'd never been to a convention where I was just an attendee. I've always been doing stuff.
But see, that's the thing. For you already had the Bernie meetups. The horse show for you already existed outside of you sitting at your computer. For me, you and Jay were pretty much the only thing I had connection to the community at all. Like it was just the show, and then I watched you, and then I watched Jay. And that was it. So when I went to BronyCon 2015, that was overload. And the ghost fact is, my ghost is still in Baltimore, hanging out at that convention center. This is a shallow husk that resides here in front of you. The rest of me, still at BronyCon 2019. Never left. Doesn't want to go home. Rainbow's still leaking out of its nose. And various other orifices. No, like I went from hardly any horse stuff, but being super into horse, to then being surrounded by not only horse stuff, but people from the show, community guests that I admired, merchandise around every corner, because the vendor room at BronyCon was absolutely huge.
Always was like in a weird, it changed location so much that it was always it was like, we're over here, wait, nope, now we're way in this other room, oh, we're back in the original room, now we're upstairs, now we're downstairs. It had no idea what it was doing.
I couldn't figure out where to put everybody,
and like this time we'll have soda outside the vending room, now it's in the vending room.
It's hard to, if I was as old as I am now, my heart would have given out for how happy I was. like to go from basically living on pony scraps at the height of the fandom, the height of my enjoyment of the fandom, to now being surrounded in like the feast from the movie Hook. The kids are all eating in that one scene where they imagine food.
But yeah, but that's not real food.
Real enough.
It's like the horses, they're not real.
Just imagine it and it becomes.
You can eat the horses if you want it.
If you imagine it hard enough.
Anyway,
food.
is there anything else there? What happened? Yeah, we're talking about Bernie Con. I think you figured that part out. Yeah, the one thing that I wish that I would have done throughout all the conventions is I wish that I would have taken more video and more pictures. I already did a lot, but at the same time, I feel like if I would have taken more videos and stuff at that time with technology and stuff, I feel like I would have been missing something, because if you're behind a lens, you're not able to get something else. I didn't want to have it where everything was not about content, but about memories. I wanted to have it now, not later. And so I have a lot of memories, but it is nice being able to go back and look at some of those things. And so I feel like for a lot of these, I wish I could do that more, but I wish that I didn't have to put the effort into like holding a camera. But I also feel uncomfortable having something that was like always recording, because maybe you don't want to have something recorded at that time. I did the thing when we were in Germany where I kept my camera always on me to pull out and record stuff, and I would just start walking with it at my chest level to just get everything that we were doing at a time, so I could go back and just remember everything from everything. But actually in doing that, I remember everything we did step by step even more, because by doing that act, it was like imprinting it or something. So I remember the Germany trip almost like exactly everything we did.
So nice. The walk there was so nice.
Everything was nice.
I didn't mind the walk back uphill.
There was nothing in Germany that I would say was not fun.
Yeah. No, I can't think of it.
Even when some stuff got messed up, it was a fun little memory. Like when we were like on the wrong train.
Oh, okay. I didn't like that part.
Yeah, well, yeah, because your bag was stupid.
My bag was very heavy. I tried. You guys ran ahead with your lighter bags. I had my big bag, and I'm trying to run with that, and I got about halfway. Like, I'm just gonna have to catch the next train if this moves.
Yeah, you didn't have wheels that worked.
But I was trying to run.
But no,
and I thought I'm gonna just carry my bag.
But I wanted to be able to go there and make mistakes and figure out the differences, instead of just the comfortable American things, the uncomfortable foreign things. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And I'm glad that I was able to record most of it, though it did feel weird walking with stuff. Thankfully you guys were like, whatever. But I love being able to pull up anything we did at any point and being like, this is where we were at this moment. Like, that was kind of cool. I feel like I want to try to do that for Winnie, but I know not everybody in our group likes that. Well, I guess not everybody that would be there. I don't know. I'll see that.
I don't know. Maybe.
I have a favorite German word. It is Backvergesheit.
You say a curse word, you wouldn't even know.
I could get about half of that, but anyway, we're done. We're already like 10 minutes over, and Michael wants to go watch videos or something. So, got a little bit done, but it's fine. We had some fun conversations. I translate to a face in need of a fist. Oh, okay, yeah, actually, that sounds right. That sounds pretty good. Thank you for the stream. Glad to be back on my comp. Yeah, I'm glad that it works again. I don't know if you responded in chat. If you already did, then don't worry. But I was just kind of curious as to what wrong with your comp, because I was like hearing about those stories. So, but if you already responded there, I'll go read it. Anyway, who else is on right now? Who? Cosmic is doing. We haven't actually rated Cosmic for a long time. They're painting horse.
Wow.
Cosmic's pretty fun. Cosmic, I believe, has done some community guest stuff at the different cons. Very fun personality.
I can appreciate some traditional.
So we'll head over there. We'll say hello to Cosmic.
Yes.
And oh yeah, I gotta manually hit the button for end screen because this is like broken. I'll have to restart this computer. Where's my end screen? Well, it's called Kitty. Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm just super happy looking at that.
Okay. Traditional art. It's always nice. But yeah, we'll be back on Friday. See if we can do some more discourse stuff. I think Friday's the next one. I think Sunday. probably gonna finish Endling, but I think I'm not sure what we're gonna do after that. I kind of have ideas though. But thank you to Piginator Gaming for the follow. Thank you to Sunset for moderating. Time ready. I know. We just had 3 beers and a bunch of bullshit talking. You know what we need to do sometime is just do like we kind of do with the podcast, but just stream it and just randomly bullshit talk for like 4 hours. I bet you we could do
That's
it.
what we did. We pulled up the chat during the Discords a few times.
Yeah, I know, but do it on Twitch. Just do like we do it on for the podcast, but just say screw it and do it
I
live.
feel like that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, I know, that's live, and then it's official.
That's what we're supposed to be doing, rather than bullshitting when we should be working on the animation.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, that's my
I think you loaded up Discord, put a face on him, and then that was.
No, I did 2 keyframes.
Ooh.
He's harder, he's got fingers. His fingers are confusing. Anyways, oh, I gotta go, bye-bye.
Bye.